que ramalada e foram de lá fadua Gagada na toron babakura Fumada bakuda gadura Mujiyaru kamgudu gala fura Kakabara tuta veni Hakura mataka faski cheheni Rival sa fight pura veni Diva ikko team king pure veni Ngabadan kaku he gaming Kakature kaku he bedi Kakapa e hure veni Fahumi heka kekure veni Divu vani mi mage mahal Mage raja mi mage vatan यार उतर के हमला दी फुरड़ी लाफा दुआ
Hello. Okay. जानू तो एक है राके तो एक हथियार उतर के हमला दी फुरड़ी लाफा दुआ क्या गादा ना तोरुं baba kura fuma da bakuda gadura मुझे यार कम को दूर वाला फुरा काका बारा तो तेवेनी hakura mata ka faski cheheni they were some fight for veni diva iko team king kule veni inga badam ka ko gemi kaka ture ka ko bedi kaka pa e hur veni fahumi ha ka kure veni di buwane mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage watan
Welcome to Intermission.
The Gamer's Land.
häärää, ketä ikke hetiä Ruttadeki hamaladi forudilla fadua Gagada toro baba kura Fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamuko dudu vanda fura Kakabada tuta veni hakura mataka faski jeheni Rival sa fight pura veni Diva ikko team king kule veni Ngabadan kaku he gaming Kakature kaku he bedi Kakapa hure veni Fahumi heka kekure veni Dibu vani mi mage mahal Mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Intermission.
The Gamer's Man. Januta ekki häärää, ketä ekki hetiä Ruttadeki hamaladi forudilla fadua Gagada toro baba kura Fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamuko dudu vanda fura Kakabada tuta veni hakura mataka faski jeheni Rival sa fight pura veni Diva ikko team king kule veni Ngabadan kaku he gaming Kakature kaku he bedi Kakapa hure veni Fahumi heka kekure veni Dibu vani mi mage mahal Mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Intermission.
The Gamer's Man.
है जानू तो एक है राके तो एक हथियार उतर के हमला दी फुरडी लाफा दुआ क्या गादा ना तोरो बाकura fumada bakuda gadura muji yaru kam ko dudu ganda fura
What is up, guys? We are now back into game number 2 for Ordination's Esport Contender Series Season 1, and now we're at game 2 with Miramar. And yeah, currently the flight path is just gonna be going to the bottom left part of the map. And once again, we are your shotcasters. I'm Moik, and with me is Annie.
Yeah, what's up, Mike? We're gonna be seeing game number 2 for tonight. I mean, that was a pretty good run in game number 1 with AKAZAYA Esports getting that first winner in the chicken dinner. And of course, a close second, that would be TM7. Two really good teams on the top of the leaderboards, and so there's still a lot of teams in the running, and a lot of them are really good as well. So this is such an exciting finals for this Ooredoo Nations Esports Contender Series Season 1. So crossing my fingers that we're gonna see a lot of fun moments, especially towards the end. But of course, we noticed from the first map that these teams like to play it safe, and so we're gonna expect, especially since this is Miramar, we're gonna expect a lot of quiet moments, but we're gonna be expediting the game a little bit because that circle is like pretty much 60% land and 40% water.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, we could possibly look at a faster game pace right there, unless the players would be too careful. You know, it's day number 1. You know, definitely you should be very very aggressive to get a lot of those points. But I think for this contender series, all of the teams would be playing this one very carefully. Though one has already been taken out and already been confirmed as well. But yeah, definitely I think that would be the first blood for this game.
Yeah. So I want to see how that works out because I think towards the center of the map, there's a lot of teams that dropped off in the same area, in the same vicinity. So that's gonna be a little bit messy. But of course, we did see in the camera that there was one elimination already, and we're looking at the perspective of Club Leon Scalpo outside of this building with a DND, I believe, still out. They're still inside in that building, and Calpo's not in a very good position. And you can see that their guns aren't very ideal just yet. So this is gonna be a race on who gets the best guns before running into each other. And so it's not doing very good in that. I don't know the information that Leon's always over there. So something that we're gonna wait and see. But Minto over here is probably feeding information to their teammates, so I think they'll do well if they just have the good on DND. If they get caught. On the other hand, Leon, they could definitely get a, and depending on how they strategize getting in, that's a 1 versus 1, but Axams will be going down.
Gunning goes there, hoping to connect the shots in. But yeah, Aim God does look like he will not be aiming for this one, and he will go down. Calpo, on the other hand, would be using his first advantage and shoots them down behind. And yeah, he's gonna go for another engagement. The Calpo makes it out alive. The shot's really connecting, and that would mark the end for DND, as I think this is the first team to get eliminated for game number 2.
Yeah, you're definitely right there. And already Club Leons, I mean, they did lose one player, but on the other hand, they do have 4 eliminations already, wiping out D&D from the map so early on. I mean, we're not even 4 minutes in the game, but here, potentially another squad wipeout, probably, depending on how XTREME and GAMEOVER Esports play this out. So we're looking at XTREME inside of this building, and GAMEOVER Esports, they have information. So they're kind of just waiting, maybe a pick-off perhaps, or get some more information. But Mac definitely took a lot of damage. And we're looking at the perspective of XTREME. Modu's actually outside. That goes the same with Black. And so they're feeding information as well about GAMEOVER's positions. So this is going to be really fun. Just looking at how XTREME split up their squad. I mean, it looks like they're doing pretty well, but on the other hand, GAMEOVER, they have a lot of numbers within nearby this building, so they could storm in with the numbers advantage and try to overwhelm Extreme inside of this building. But then again, these two teams are still playing it safe, so we're gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, for now, again, we're still in the 5 minute mark. Nothing will be happening that would be game changing. And again, unless the teams right here are gonna be going this one very aggressively, then they could, they would still be in a very slower pace. But until then, if they really decide to approach this in an aggressive way, then they could get those kills. We could get a fast-paced game. But I guess that's just gonna be it for now. We're gonna be hoping for that. Game Over Esports, on the other hand, would be storming into this chapel to get one down, and Deadshot on the other hand will be trying to shoot them down. Finds one, hoping to get the second one, but it goes down. And Gally also finishing this player once again, but he goes in, claims the kills, and I think we're gonna be nearing to a team elimination from here. And I guess the last member is just gonna be Titan from Esports. DND Extreme could be looking for a possible team wipe out from here if they manage to do that perfectly. But yeah, they're slowly claiming the lives and just waiting for the last member.
Yeah, not yet though, not yet. Extreme, they have 3 eliminations so far. But the question is, will they find the last player of Game Over Esports? I mean, Extreme, once again, I said with the 2 players feeding information from the high ground, but they did spot the 4th and final player of Game Over Titan in that car. And there was 1 player in Extreme, actually 2, make that 2 players from Extreme. Very low on health, but considering the numbers disadvantage, the Extreme numbers disadvantage, I think Titan will be going off and disengaging from the area, those placement points instead. But yeah, once again, congratulations to Extreme. I mean, really good run. So far, they have 3 eliminations on their side. Didn't manage to get that 4th from the side of Game Over Esports, but still, they did quite a great job.
Yeah, currently looking for possible targets to hit here, but we're still into 7 minutes of the game. The players will not be very active for now. And yeah, I mean, definitely, nothing will be happening. Of course, like what can we expect at this point? We just have to hope for some possible action to commence. But yeah, while we're at it as well, we are gonna be looking for some possible comments from Calpo, receiving some praises right here from Ruby11, and yeah, definitely, we would be seeing more of the Calpo action later on. Looking at other comments as well, Extreme, TM7, AKAZAYA, and Leon's also having their support from the fans, and that's shout out to Gamo Ahil. And yeah, definitely, guys, of course, share the stream. But currently we're gonna be slowing the pace down once again, as these players will not be choosing to fight this one very aggressively.
Yeah, but we're seeing the edge of the circle already. We're seeing the blue zone closing in, especially with Club Leons. And there was another team nearby. That's LHC actually. So Leons and LHC, they'll be pressured by that blue zone to come out of those buildings. Once again, it's still quite early on in the game, so they might be biding their time, but they're also gonna have to think about the damage that they're gonna be taking from that blue zone, especially since they're looking out for their backs, knowing that there's someone out there in the vicinity trying to see if they can get an elimination. But looking at the map once again, actually Sky is still quite far from that circle. They're quite far into that blue zone. That's the same with SDMZ as well, so they'll have to rotate sooner or later if they wanna try to get those locations, try not to get gate kept. But for everyone else, it looks like everyone else is doing quite well, and that especially goes with AKAZAYA, our first winner chicken dinner winner. Still 0 eliminations for this game, but that previous game they managed to bag 21 points. So that's going good, really good for them. And TMZ following in second with 17 points. And Extreme, I believe they have 11 points from the previous game and 3 points from this game. So pretty good chance. But once again, this is still day number 1, and that was just 1 map. This is still the 2nd map. So these teams still have to play really well if they want to catch up.
And yeah, currently 15 teams once again heading on to the 10th minute mark. Unless again, we're back into the slow-paced action. They can't really see much, and especially these teams are gonna be very, very cautious, and they would not risk anything. And personally, I would, especially it's day number one. It's still game number two. What it's them. We can't really unless because maybe they're really gonna be very serious into playing this one. So again, being cautious, but of course that would also risk them losing those points if other teams would go in aggressively. But yeah, currently Game Over Esports left with that one member remaining, Syndicate with three members still up, and Leon's still up with their three members. The rest of the teams currently alive. Pretty much all of them are present.
Yeah, and we're 10 minutes in the game, 10 minutes and 40 seconds. And in the Erangel map, the action started about in the 18-minute mark. So I'm gonna just go ahead and set a timer for about 8 minutes, and then I'm going to sleep. I'm just kidding, guys. But this is Miramar. It's quite a big map, so it's gonna be a little bit more dragging than the previous Erangel map. So everyone's just chilling out. Goes the same with the players as well. Everyone's resetting. We can see TM7, one of the front runners competition. They have this whole warehouse to themselves, and so this is a pretty good location. This is a pretty good site to kind of camp out. But the question is, so will the circle favor them? Because it looks like that circle is still closing in on a lot of water. So that just gives a little room for the teams to kind of choose where to camp out. So hopefully this game goes a little bit faster than most Miramar maps, but knowing how these teams play out, knowing how safely they try to play this map, there's a possibility that they'll still maybe hit that 20-minute mark. But there we go, 60% land, and not a lot to work with for these teams.
Yeah, currently, all of these teams are already into the circle, but no one will be willing to risk their lives into getting those points. That's just gonna be the summary for today. The game with that kind of pacing, really. But yeah, for now, once again, still up with 12 minutes of the game, but no one has died yet in a span of those few minutes that went on, and yeah, the rest of the teams still pretty much intact, and again, it is really nothing to talk about right here unless we can really start another gunfight, which would be happening later on. But yeah, currently we're gonna be heading on to stage number 3 in under a minute before and maybe just maybe we could actually see some gunfights. I mean, we could expect that in later on, especially that these teams are already near each other.
Yeah, and I actually saw, I don't know if it's called the highway, but there's like a sliver of road at the shore. There's a lot of teams nearby, so I'm looking out for this area. I'm looking out for when the teams kind of run into each other, and so that, lots of cars, lots of places to hide as well. And I think there's minimal structures, minimal buildings to where the circle goes in. So in my fingers that there's gonna be a lot instead of buildings to be hiding about, because the game is gonna be a little bit more exciting if we're gonna see everyone kind of just fighting it out in the open and hiding. But of course, seeing the third circle, I believe this is stage 3, perhaps stage 4 of the circle. There's a lot of teams towards the northern part of this circle. Northern part of, they're gonna have to go ahead and, especially these 4 teams, no potential gatekeep, because a lot of teams are congregating towards south. And I'm gonna say in the Impala there's probably gonna be a later on, but surprisingly actually it's a little quiet. There we go, one knockdown. I'm really excited to see who will be losing their first elimination.
Yeah, definitely. And currently one team was eliminated quite early, so very unfortunate for them. Which I think why 15 teams would not risk that again, as to not get eliminated. But currently we're still heading on to stage number 3, while the circle has already been marked. Yeah, and currently again, nothing, no one really just died. But yeah, I think we're gonna be heading on to another fight right here. The gunfights But it does look like Edhuru will not be placing those shots in. Naje from Lons will go down though. And yeah, from that's gonna be from DCM as he gets that point and will be waiting for that confirmation kill. On the other hand, I think it's gonna be a Mad Max Fury Road reference right here, as now the players are gonna be fighting with their cars and their guns. Now still gets that down from the side of Syndicate. That's gonna be Bogobe. DCM Hunter as well, left with very low HP. If he commits that one bullet to his head before he goes down directly, and currently DCM still up with their three members, while Shamatu is also down, and Hunter goes in for a couple of rounds once again, but I guess they made guns that way with a lot of those bullets just to compensate if you don't really hit them. And yeah,
this is fun. Hunter is definitely going out to hunting the players of Lons Esports, but yeah, I think Lons Esports, they're still they have a pretty good building to hide in, but of course DCM finds Vanity, puts them down, and actually eliminates enough completely, and not looking very good for Lons Esports. They already lost 2 players and they only have 1 elimination so far, but I think DCM is not doing well either. They're losing a few members as well. There's Sky coming in as the third party. Scopes out, try to see if they can find the last player. I believe the last 2 players of DCM. And so that actually LHC comes in as the fourth party as well, and they're targeting DCM, I believe. Or was that Lons Esports? Rather, Lons Esports getting targeted on both sides. So it's not looking very good. But once again, this is what I'm talking about. There's since a lot of the teams are in the same area, and so with that, Syndicate's coming in as well. So there's things happening already. LHC at the distance, and LHC, they're targeting Lons Esports. Lons Esports has to worry about DCM as well. So it's a huge mess here in Miramar right now.
Manko also getting down by that grenade kill from the heavens, and Greatness just giving them one after another, but I guess they're gonna be very far away. Trying to also hit that shot, but it will not connect. SDMZ would also be taking the time and hoping they could actually get the high ground advantage. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are once again welcomed by our third caster, our favorite caster, which is gonna be Sams.
Hey guys, how are you? I'm sorry for my late entrance, I guess. I'm at another event, but this is it, guys. We're at Ooredoo Nation Gamers Land, Ooredoo Nation's MV, Esports Contender Series Season 1. And Moik, Annie, can you tell me what has been going on for the past few matches indeed?
Yeah,
Nah.
I mean, like Miramar is like.
Figure it out, bro.
I mean, like Sam, like the first game was pretty good. AKAZAYA won, and TM7 coming in like close second. But Miramar, it's pretty much Miramar. You didn't really miss anything in the first like few minutes. It just got interesting. So you just go ahead and watch. I think there's some teams that got eliminated already. We're down to 15 teams actually.
Oh, I see. That's a nice one. But yeah, I guess this is it. SDMC agent has been knocked out with ALHC. I guess this is a really nice fight to see indeed at our first at my first time on this series. But yeah, for now on, we got Zeke going for a flank on the backside of the map. Lucidity and her and a few of his friends are still at the back indeed. But I think Zeke is gonna come up in as a do or die situation indeed for now on. But yeah, I think will have one, but Zeke will win it.
Yep, SDMZ not doing very good. Zeke is the last one standing, and actually, yep, they're gonna have to go ahead and like hide out, especially since the best thing that they can do is kind of go in for placement points. But that's gonna be a little bit hard since there's still 15 teams in the running, and there's not a lot of places to hide. And even if there are places to hide, it's gonna be a little bit risky. But yeah, we're looking at Leon's Esports as well. 4 eliminations so far, but they're down to 2 players, so they'll have to cross their fingers that they won't get picked off.
And yeah, in the kill feed right here, TM7 Rifa would get a kill down, waiting for the confirmation, but we see a vehicular incident already, and I think that's just gonna be a hit and not gonna be running a hit and loot rather. And the rest of TM7 would look for possible another targets as well. But currently, Edhuru from DCM would also be going down from Paradox. and I think he would be confirmed later on. But for now, DCM would say it's goodbyes as being the team that's gonna be eliminated for the second one.
DCM going to lobby indeed, but for now, I guess Team Game Over Esports still at the back, but SDMZ or Suramsi Sport at the other side of the map, they are eliminating either teams. They're just playing like clashing around at the fourth zone, or at the fifth zone, but for now on, Game Over Esports, they has just been eliminated, and that's it. Game Over is eliminated with just one elimination up on their hand. But yeah, for now on, Munsif, Criminal, and many of his friends, they're just gonna wait for some initiations because the zone is closing. But yeah, I'm really hoping to see the zone conditions for now on, so we could predict what could happen later, in a few moments. But yeah, for now on, we'll see OPZ at the top. Teams are just gonna clash it. Syndicate with Rolex and many of the players indeed. But yeah, Team D, TND or DND Extreme, they're just gonna hold it up, and teams like LF and Sakaya, they are wanting the most of this match. They want more and more. But Teddy, that nade would instantly get him, and I guess this is an opening for LF and Azakaya to push and to get that win.
Yeah, eyes out for VETM7 AKAZAYA. So far, the top two teams of this finals. Adani gets that one kill on their side against VETM7. And they're definitely gonna go ahead and hunt down the rest of the players. I believe there's only one left, actually, on the side of VETM7. And AKAZAYA Esports are doing quite well, especially since they have a pretty good numbers advantage as well. So Dani sprays in, and there's a lot of people coming in as the third party, fourth party, fifth party. Pretty much everyone is coming in. All 9 teams actually is inside of this circle, and so this is gonna be really fun, really quickly. And everyone's just taking position, and everyone's just waiting to see who will be going down first.
And now Flanky and the rest of OPC Esports could be looking for a kill, but Bro will claim that one though, and could be looking for another one. But Aman from the same team would also be getting one down, and they could be claiming another team to be eliminated. Toxic could be down from NRS, and they're just hunting them one by one. And another vehicular incident gets a kill on that one. That's gonna be Bot Bro. And now this would probably start another fight for the team La Familia Esports though. One of them is currently down, and they're currently in the middle of these teams as well, so they could be looking for their demise unless they make it out alive. But from AKAZAYA Esports, it does look like they're getting a move as well. Oop! The shots connected. Manu will claim that kill, and would be waiting for another one down to climb the hill as well.
All teams are on the stakes of winning sky high indeed. Of course, for LF Zakaya, from the disqualification I think they got from the past few months, I think that's just GAC issue or game anti-cheat issue. But yeah, for now on, you're back from now on. Niche are gonna find some visions. Viper E with Aizen, one of the players available from the back of the trade, really just that headshot and that's headshot indeed. But for now, shots has been also given, and that UMP shot connected, and I guess they are going for a reset for now on. This will be a really nice momentum to have a push, Annie. But yeah, for now on, I think teams like LaFamilia, they will reset first, noticing the zone would close in 20 seconds. I guess they're in the best for a reset, but Sento is knocked down for now.
Yeah, La Familia, they have a pretty good chance because they still have 3 players running. But AKAZAYA, though, they're definitely on a roll. They have 7 eliminations in the bag. They're probably looking for the 8th and 9th. They have Sky in the crosshairs, but yeah, with that, actually, talking about that Sky gets completely eliminated off. OPZ, however, they're also doing quite well. I mean, they have AKAZAYA on their sides, but they just couldn't get those kills in the bag. But yeah, they're doing quite well. They have 6 eliminations. AKAZAYA, however, getting 8. They see OPZ get those shots in, but it's not gonna be enough for those knocks. And I mean, this is a 4 versus 4. La Familia loses their place, and with that, we're down to 3 teams.
Definitely down to the last 3 teams with NRS, OPZ, and AKAZAYA Esports, and it does look like OPZ could win this one. Aman will find another point right here, and they're just gunning them through the smoke, and he gets another one down. It's gonna be Maho 69. The grenade comes in, hoping to catch another one, and yeah, they're gonna be storming this place. And now that Manu 17 will also get one down, Paradox on the other hand would still be waiting for Steam right here to claim their winner chicken dinner, but NRS with their last member and AKAZAYA with their last member as well. So,
Ooh.
actually, make that zero as AKAZAYA Esports would be placing third for game number two. NRS currently the last member, which is gonna be Munsif, just hiding, trying to hide. Oh, but he got spotted by the vehicle, the buggy, hoping to catch them, but they missed that, and they would go for another one down. But I guess they're just gonna have to end that early, as now OPC Esports will be eliminated, and actually we are actually that's the winner of the chicken dinner, the OPC Esports.
Congrats for Team OPZ Esports getting the first winner chicken dinner. No, and the second match is winner chicken dinner for the day. And guys, I'm not seeing OPZ really much because I just joined, but yeah, from the clearance they did at when they're at the two teams point, or when it's two teams left, I think we could really see a team with many contributions from its players like from Zaman, Paradox, Flanky, and Botbro. Botbro gets three, Flanky gets three, Paradox gets one, and Zaman gets four. I guess that's a good contribution, but I think Paradox goes in really soon with just only one elimination and one knockout, and also a whopping amount of 43 damage. But yeah, I guess from Zaman, Flanky, and OPZ Bot Bro, they make the OPZ gameplay OPZ enough, and I think they're getting the chicken dinner was one of the best thing they could do. But yeah, going for the next asset, I think we're gonna go for the match summary indeed. I think we could see some hit and runs right there, one hit and runs, 60 eliminations, 60 knockouts, and 99 total healings, 16 eliminations, 13 assists. And yeah, from now on, I guess the stakes are just gonna get higher because we are on a three-league phase, and yeah, I guess Annie, every day, I think everybody just knows everybody really well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you right there. And of course, we're looking at more statistics. This is the head-to-head with OPZ and AKAZAYA Esports. AKAZAYA Esports, they have more damage and they have more knocks as well, but the eliminations, there's just one more on the side of OPZ. And of course, the survival time, OPZ goes in with that winner chicken dinner. And total points for this match, there's 21 on OPZ and 15 on AKAZAYA. I mean, AKAZAYA Esports, he did so well, but unfortunately, they fell off as the third placer. But still, considering the fact that AKAZAYA won the first winner chicken dinner in the first Erangel, it's still really good and a lot of good prospects. Once again, OPZ is also a pretty decent team. But of course, the MVP is still AKAZAYA's Manu for the second time in a row with 4 eliminations, 1,049 damage, 2 assists, 23 minutes survival time, 3 knocks, and 29 heals. I mean, Manu is pretty much the GOAT, guys.
Definitely Mano once again, getting that MVP, and he's just getting that straight for I guess the first game too, right? And yeah, I mean, there we have it. Our top players for match number two. It's gonna be followed by Aman 24 from OPZ, Mao 69 from Akazai Esports, Botbro from OPZ, and Calpo from Leon Switch. By judging by the comments a while ago, we did get some support from Leon's Calpo. But yeah, there we have it. Our current top five players for match number two. While we wait for the overall rankings, the match rankings rather. Again, OPC getting the winner chicken dinner, garnering them total of 21 points to be followed by Akazaya Esports with 15 points and LENION NRS with 10 points.
Yeah, but this is it. The match rankings indeed. LENION with 10, La Familia with 8, CYANIDE with 8, LF Skyforce with 7, SDMZ LAC with 5, Club Leons with 4, and it's the same for FMS DND Extreme, Decimation with 3, SDMZ on Lawns with 2. But yeah, for the others like V2S, TM7 Syndicate, GameOver, and SDMZ DND, they got at least 1. But yeah, I guess for Syndicate, GameOver Esports, and SDMZ DND, they at least got 1 elimination for the day. But yeah, I guess this is it. The overall standings currently, AKZ is just leading in the game. OPZ is second leading in the game. But yeah, this is still match two, guys. The standings are currently really fluctuating from now on. It's really volatile for many parts of the game. Indeed, we have 18 matches in total, and this is just match two. AKZ may go for the lead for today, but I'm not thinking they will go for the lead for tomorrow if they don't play consistently. Following up, there's TM7 with 18, Extreme with 18, Leons with 11, NRS, CND, LF, and SDMZ with 10, Sky with 7, Lons with 6, LEC with 5, Sin also going to 5, But yeah, DCM, DND, game over. They have 4 and 3 and 1 elimination. This is a wake up call for them because in the qualifiers, I think they're really giving a good initiation. They're giving a really good performance. But for now on, I guess they need to adapt to the beat of the game coming on. But yeah, this is the overall top players. Manu with 11, Botbro with 8, Mahu got the 6, Kalpo got 4, Deadshot got 3. Actually, the threshold eliminations is 4, but you kind of need that a high damage indeed to just come in hot. But yeah, Annie, what do you think of the overall top players for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Manu definitely was the MVP 2 games in a row, so that's no joke for their side. And Botpro has been doing really well so far, and there's a lot of decent damage, especially with Kalpo. Only 4 eliminations, but 994 damage. So, it's no wonder they made it to the top number 4 in the overall top players. And of course, Deadshot and Maho as well. These are pretty much household names in the kill feed, so it's no wonder also they made it towards the top, overall top players. But once again, this is map number 2 out of 18. So there's a lot of things that could change, a lot of things that could shift. And with that, that was just our second map. That was Miramar. And we're gonna go in with another Erangel map later on. But I believe we will be going on to a break before that happens. So for you guys tuning in, thank you so much for supporting Ooredoo Nation's Esports Contender series. But we'll be seeing you in a few minutes, so stay tuned.
Januta eki häädää, ketä eki heti jäädyttä Reki hamalaadi furudi läfäädua Gäägää tähnä torun vääkura Fummaada vääkudää gaatura Muji jääru kamuka duudu väändää fura Kaakabaada tuta veeni Hakuraamata kaffaskitje heeni Rival saa fight pure veeni Diva ikko team king kude veeni Ingaa badan kaaku he gaming Kaakature kaaku he beedi Kaakabaa ee hure veeni Fahumi heka kekkure veeni Diivu vaani mii magee mahal Magee raaja mii magee vatan
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Land.
Let's
है जानू तो एक है राके तो एक हथियार उतर के हमला दी फुरडे ला फादुआ क्या गादा ना तोरो baba kura fuma da bakuda gadura muji yaru kam ko dudu la fura ka kabara tut veni hakura mata kam faski cheni they will survive for veni diva ikko team king kule veni ga badan ka ko gaming ka kature ka ko bedi ka kapa e hur veni fahumi ha ka kule veni dibu wani mi mage mahal mage raj mi mage matal
Welcome to Ooredoo Mission.
The Gamers Land. जानू तो एक है राके तो एक हथियार उतर के हमला दी फुरडे ला फादुआ क्या गादा ना तोरो baba kura fuma da bakuda gadura muji yaru kam ko dudu la fura ka kabara tut veni hakura mata kam faski cheni they will survive for veni diva ikko team king kule veni ga badan ka ko gaming ka kature ka ko bedi ka kapa e hur veni fahumi.
Yo, Nika 1, Nika 2, Nika 3, everybody welcome back to our match. We are on match 3 and this is it, and this is indeed our third match of the day. We are gonna go in at our OG map, Erangel, and this is it, guys, from military base to Zarki. Let's see who can, let's see who can win this game in match 3. In match 3.
Guys, save me, please. I think these guys are gonna go insane after this. And starting this map, they're gonna go insane. So that's just a warning to you guys. But yeah, this is match number 3. We're back in Erangel, and that is a very strange flight path. I mean, it goes to Sosnovo military base, and it passes through Pochinki and shooting range as well. I mean, Georgia Pool is also accessible, but I guess like the eastern side of the map isn't as accessible as it should be. So with that, I think we're gonna have a fun game. And once again, this is map number 3 of Esports Contender series by Ooredoo Nation. So with us is Sams, and Mike is with me as well, and I'm Annie. And so with that, Mike, what can you say so far?
Definitely, it's gonna be a fun one now that the map is equally divided. Both all of these teams have a fair chance, but with fair chance as well, it has to come with risk when they want to battle it out. But yeah, I guess we are gonna be seeing a lot of these teams that would be landing, and I think they would be a lot of stealing and looting from each other. But for now, we'll be looking at other teams who will be using their buggies to get away and to actually look for other places, which I think it's very far from the circle. So kind of a very, very challenging one if you really dare to do that.
Yeah, guys, but this is it. Our first zone indeed has been opening, and think the zone is gonna give a 50 to 60% percentage of the zone is going to Sanhok military base or SMB, or you're just going up to the main island. But yeah, I think first and foremost the zone is gonna go there. But in Georgeville, we really have a fight, and we have a congestion there with CYANIDE Esports here available now on, and seeing high summit at Wiggly Limbs and with the drift. That's kind of impressive from them. But Blanky giving that shots with that small with a small guesses of his, but yeah, for now on the shot is haven't connecting yet. But Manko is just really waiting at giving up some initiations, but I think he's running out to feed. But yeah, like Moik said, run daddy run from that game, yeah. But right now Manko just holding it up, and yeah, I think fights is gonna go through everywhere, guys. But yeah, for now on, I think Lucidity and CND are going to fight for themselves first now on.
Yeah, and actually that was pretty crazy. I saw Club Leon's already has 3 eliminations. And so this is gonna be a really fun map, especially since potentially here LHC versus Cyanide. They're probably gonna go ahead and eliminate the other. So lots of early game engagements, especially towards the northwestern side. There was a lot of groups that came in on the same drop off point. So I'm crossing my fingers that someone's gonna get picked off over there. It just makes the game a little bit more interesting. And speaking of which, the first circle actually closes into a lot of water once again. And there's a majority of the area is gonna be on Sosnovka military base. So depending on where the next circle is gonna go, especially if it goes to the island, there's probably gonna be a lot of gatekeeping. There's gonna be a lot of people by the bridge. But speaking of which, looks like Mad Boy from LHC will be getting knocked down by the hands of Blanky. I think Blanky is looking for another.
Yeah, I think he is looking for another. Some heads will pop out, and I think they will not be taking that risk as they will now get away as far away as possible from them. And definitely for now, looking at other teams as well. With FMS, DND XTREME, one member is currently alive while the other disconnected. A very unfortunate event right here. But that shot finds a shot and could look for a possible double kill right here, but we'll have to move back. We'll have to reload and possibly even try to fight that one out, but too late. DND XTREME would be eliminated.
Yeah, but this is it. This just give a pick. He must go all in or just go out of the game. But yeah, SDMC, LHC, they're still here at 49 as resetting Madboy instead. But yeah, I guess they're lacking on some loots, not like CYANIDE Esports. They have plenty of loots indeed from now on. But yeah, I guess Vizanti from Team CND, he is gonna pop out the nade, and this is it. Going once, going turn, twice. Yeah, but yeah, for now on, the nade is not gonna cut it off. But yeah, for now, I guess CYANIDE Esports is giving some pressure indeed. But I hope the nade is gonna connect. But nope. Again and again, no splash damage is also even given from his nade indeed. I don't know what is he doing right now, but yeah, well, last hope of the nade, yeah. But I think really the nade doesn't give anything to Team LHC indeed, making CYANIDE Esports goes really harder for another entry knock. He's gonna loot his friend's crate, but yeah, we don't think any nades is available because yeah, he will be using it if it's available either from the past times. So from now on, I think Vizanti and Blanky watching from the other side, he is just gonna wait, and yeah, 49 from now on, they're just gonna hold it up. And yeah, I think they are just gonna hold it up like everyone is gonna fight at the first part of the zone. They don't want to rest further too soon, but yeah, they still want to get that eliminations indeed. Ego control is a must for this game in this grand final series. But yeah, Nate has been popped out like that. Boom, shakalaka boom, it's got connected into CND Vishanti. But yeah, from now on, 49, he's gonna hold it up, Annie.
Yeah, and Blanky's not in a good spot. I mean, they're a little bit too far for that revive. And it looks like LAP, they have no person left, so they're gonna go in for the risk. 3 versus 1 against Blanky. I don't think Blanky will be standing a chance, but Blanky, they do have the advantage of having the shipment containers to their advantage. And so with that, I think the best thing that Blanky can do right now is kind of get out of there. I mean, it looks like there's a LHC, I'm not sure if they'll get him. Yep, definitely. I mean, I thought that perhaps Blanky had a chance to go back and revive Asafi, but I mean, LHC definitely did not give him that opportunity.
And for now, LHC Manko still low on health will be healing up. Looking at other teams, I think we're gonna be heading on to another slow-paced action. Especially that we're still 7 minutes into the game, but you know, pretty much in their standards, already a lot of these people have already died, so they will be taking their time. They will not be taking this risk once again. Cyanide being eliminated, and TND Extreme as well, which actually belong in our top 6 teams, which could really cost them their overall rankings. But for now, game over Titan. Trying to hit those shots in, but still not connect just yet. Of course, they have heard the bullets. They will not be facing, but of course, he was lured into it as Toxic will now claim that kill, and we just would be waiting for a confirmation one. But I think the grenade would cover that up. Oh, actually, it's just gonna be the smoke to help him cover his tracks.
Yeah, but I guess a really risky play is giving out by has been given from team Game Over Esports. But for now on, that smoke, if that smoke will kind of pull it off, I think this is a really hard thing to do for a revive, or yeah, just for reviving up. But yeah, for now on, he's gonna resurrect it first. But yeah, I think LNRS at the other side have seen one of the players of Team Game Over. They are gonna shoot it or not, because I know from Team LNRS they're just having a really nice trigger discipline for now. But yeah, from the other stages, so from the passage, we could see LNRS currently dominating with Monsif, Criminal, Toxic, usually getting over 5. That will connect, and that's it. One of the players got knocked down by the zone. I guess from now on, he's gonna go down, and Congestion is now currently is at 2 of the areas on the map, and he one at George Pool, one at Frey Pier.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia Pool is a mess right now, but they're so far off from the next circle. And yep, as I said, it actually goes in for Snozikfa military base. I mean, the next circle will be closing in on Snozikfa military base. And right now, it's Syndicate and Sky that have the advantage. And I think OPZ has the potential to gatekeep the western bridge. So a lot of the teams that'll be trying to go into the island, they'll have to look out for the gatekeep. But yeah, that's to be expected, and I'm sure these players they will be prepared for it. But of course, we're looking at NRS right now. They have Game Over Esports on the crosshairs, and right now NRS is down to 2 players, but they have a pretty good spot over here. I mean, they have a high ground, they have the information, and they have the elevation to their side as well. But of course, we're looking at DCM versus Lawns Esports. This is an open field. There's a lot of trees, but it looks like DCM will be taking a lot of damage.
Definitely, and Hunter would go down and would be eliminated from Luzum, and the rest of SDMZ Esports as well are just looking for other places to stay in and maybe get those skills. But yeah, currently Game Over Esports as well with Ryude and Kalhi, the last 2 members for now. Their only hope, I think, would be engaged and would still commit to this fight right here, and they're gonna be, I think, claiming that body that they just took down, while also covering their tracks as to not get spotted by those that were on the bridge. But yeah, Ryude would get a kill on Munsif, and that would mark actually the elimination point for the team.
Yeah, but for now on, you could see that Game Over Esports, one of the players have been knocked out, but at the other side of the map, you can see the teams of this headshots for Team left on the Esports at the other side of the game. Showdown indeed from the front and back, but that's a hit and run for Team SDMZ, and that was a nice shot with the Scar L with the X3, getting one more eliminations indeed, one step near it for that for Team LF, but that's it, that's that. Going for Team LF at our second zone at our 10 minutes mark. Really early, too soon for them. They need to wait for a long time at the lobbies. They're gonna evaluate. But yeah, for now I think that's a great start for VE2S TM7, because from the qualifiers, guys. For your information, I think VE2S TM7 is one of the most consistent team in the qualifiers. They qualified really nicely, and yeah, I think they really deserve the spot on the grand finals.
I mean, TM7 did really well in the first map, and unfortunately, they got picked off on the second map with only 1 point. But of course, in the third map, they're doing a little bit better. They have 4 points, and of course, this is gonna be a really fun Erangel map, especially since that circle is gonna close in. So it just makes things a lot more fun, as the MZ Agent 27 unfortunately does not get any bullets in. So with that, they're gonna be missing an elimination. But of course, they're gonna have to rotate, especially the teams that were all up in Georgia Pool just a while ago. So they're gonna have to keep on moving. And Mad Boy over here needs that healing up before they go in and try to rotate into the circle. A very far off circle, by the way, if you're still coming in from Jojo Pool, because there's a lot of teams that chose to stay there, and unfortunately, they'll have to worry about the blue zone now. And so with that, LHC, I believe, and there's another team as well. I believe that was GAMEOVER Esports. You're gonna have to get moving as well. And so, of course, Rio Day is not over just yet. I mean, that blue circle is not gonna stop them from trying to get those shots in against SDMZ. With that, nothing showing up in the kill feed, so I guess it's not a knock, it's not an elimination as well. So, the best thing to do right now is kind of like get on moving with their vehicles and try to get into the safe zone as soon as possible.
Yeah, and definitely for GAMEOVER Esports, with their last two members, they could actually try to pull AKAZAYA Esports moment with their last number during game number 1, actually having to win it all. But it's still up for predictions. They could still be haunted right here, especially if they are actually being hunted by these enemies from SDMZ. He could go down, but he goes down in an oddly fashion as he just hit and run once again. Ryude, on the other hand, would try to get them down, but I guess they will not be able. He will not be able to, especially that they have just stayed away from his bullets.
Yeah, but for now on, I think GAMEOVER Esports, they are on. They're the lobby, but yeah, I think he's gonna hold it up. But yeah, I think Maldives Esports, one of the aggressive teams. You're just gonna give some information indeed. But yeah, like my prediction said, I think the zone will go to south of Capital 3 base, but I think it will go some more. It's gonna get more down there. Yeah, but from now on, I guess we can see the zone is gonna go to SMB or south of Capital 3 base island, and I think this will be a quick match if everybody's just currently fighting at the outside of the zone. Then yeah, someone is dying when the zone is just closing. But yeah, as you can see from the map, Team OPC, I guess they're going for yeah, I think they're gonna mark up the bridges there. But yeah, from now on, we can see Team SDMZ getting one more elimination, and Team GAMEOVER is a really game over for them at our third match of the day. But from now on, I think Obi-Wan, I think they're gonna rotate it up. I think so from now on, they're just gonna go for the great momentum to do an entry in the circle.
Yeah, there are a lot of teams outside of the in the blue zone that have a lot of healing items. The question is it gonna be enough to survive perhaps a stage 4 circle, especially with a lot of teams gatekeeping the bridge towards the military base. With that, one of them would be OPZ, and then I think they spotted a team right now. I think that would be Lons Esports spotted by the hands of OPZ. And so with that, there's definitely gonna be a shootout later on. Lons Esports, they know there's someone's out there. They expected this, and so with that, they're preparing. They're definitely preparing for an engagement. And SDMZ's TND is also here. They have control over this compound, but I don't think this compound is gonna be safe for really long. That circle's gonna close in and kind of eat them up. So with that, DND, it looks like they're gonna be waiting this out. They have information that Lons Esports came in. I mean, they heard those vehicles, and they know that they're out there somewhere playing it safe. And so with that, the two of these teams, they're just waiting for perhaps a pick-off, perhaps some more information. But we're looking at Criminal Fugitive right now, walking towards the blue zone, trying to find a good vehicle. I think they're going to be going in with this motorcycle. And so with that, they're just going to rotate into a safer area. But being all alone in their team, it's not very good prospects, but we'll just have to wait and see if they get those placement points.
And for now, for side of SDMZ DND and Club Leons, they will still be getting their possible kills. But looking at the map right here, they've already spotted a boat, and they're just shooting it down like Titanic, and it could actually sink. But these members would go down. The last two members from, I think, LHC, and yeah, I think they could be meeting their demise right here. A very unfortunate way for them to go down, and they're just gunning them once again, hoping the bullets will go through. But it's actually one member is already down, and they're just looking for the last member, which could rise at a time sooner. But actually, it doesn't really obey the laws of physics. The bullets just going straight through that through the water. But I guess that's how it works right here in the game. But LHC 49 in an amazing turn of events. He still makes it out alive, and would go for a possible heal for now.
Yeah, and I guess they are just gonna stay alive, and yeah, healing is possible, like what you said, Moik. But for now on, Club Leons, they are gonna find LAC still. But yeah, I guess the zone is gonna close in 10 seconds, and I would have a look at the zone, please, guys. But yeah, I guess the zone is just really gonna circle in. I think the zone's gonna make a like a donut form on the center. It's gonna go at the center, but nope, it's not going at the center. But yeah, it's kind of near. I think that that won't count there. But for now, guys, we can see the teams are really they're really on an urgent phase to go to the zone right now. Because when the teams are from the other side of the zones, like from the main island, and goes in with no initiations from the Sosnovska's island, I think this will be a tricky move. And yeah, I think we'll be getting the hold on or one of the hells. I think that's a nice move from them, making sure that one spot is just for them, but already with for Team SDMZ DND Claws from the backside of the zone itself. He is just gonna wait, seeing Team OPZ doing an entry. I guess they are they're wanting to give an initiation, but for now on, I guess Pythons, yeah, they're just gonna hold it up first. But yeah, playing slowly but surely in this game is really one of the keys to going for the to go for that whenever it's your contender, any.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you right there. I mean, there are a lot of teams that still have zero eliminations, and I guess it's a little bit hard, especially with how the circle's playing out, going into the island towards the south. And so with that, looks like D&D, they're choosing to go through the water. I mean, if you have the right vehicles for it, you're definitely saving yourself a lot of trouble with the gatekeepers. But I don't think SDMZ knows that D&D is over there. But with that, it doesn't stop them, definitely. I mean, SDMZ getting those shots in, and they're still alive. D&D, however, they're losing a lot of their health. So with that, there's 2 on the red. There's only 1 more left to get picked off. And so with that, Zayu goes in. Unfortunately, gets shot at and gets knocked down. But on the other hand, D&D, they're throwing a lot of grenades, a lot of bullets in as well. But Hayabusa is gonna I think they can definitely heal themselves up. I think they had the time, enough time to do just that. And Claws, they still have full health, but it's risky to take a peek right now, especially since SDMZ has a full roster. They still have all 4 players standing. But of course, we're gonna go in and look at what AKAZAYA is up to. I mean, a while ago they had 0 kills, but I think they just found their first pick-off. Over here, launching Esports by the bridge. I don't think they'll be finding any pick-off soon because everyone's gonna come into the island already. Circle. But of course, we're back to SDMZ DND versus SDMZ. Lots of sprays in. And nope, definitely 1 versus 1. Nope, gets 1. Lost, however, will be having to deal with 2. I mean, doing quite well, but unfortunately, Klaus will be meeting his demise. It's down to Naomi on the side of DND left. And yep, no, actually, SDMZ takes DND down completely.
And here we are seeing already the games to get a little bit more interesting, that we are down to the last 9 teams, currently in the 20-minute mark. And yeah, currently, I think we're gonna be back to a slower pace of the game, though we're currently at stage number 5, so we could possibly see a lot of eliminations for now. But yeah, definitely, VE E2S TM7 would try their best to climb up the ladders as well. Currently with their 4 points, and they could actually bag a chicken dinner later on, especially that all of them are pretty much alive. AKAZAYA is currently holding the number 1 spot, but looking at here, Rifa does look like he can get those shots in and just waiting for that confirmation kill to work for their team.
Of course, but yeah, they're waiting for confirmation kill. I'm waiting for more fights to go. The 5th zone is just coming in, but yeah, 9 teams is left. Teams are just really playing it slow but sure at this point. I'm not really sure if we're enjoying this type of game from now on, but yeah, I guess from Team V2S TM7, they're waiting on top. The zone is gonna close 30 seconds, yada yada yada. But yeah, I guess many of the teams are just gonna wait for the zone to close, and they are gonna go for slow rotation. Indeed, they're not going to intrigue for fast rotation. They're not going to intrigue to initiate for fights. But yeah, at the bottom side of this hill, we could see Team Sky right here, Team Love Sky and Familia. But Eddie, he is almost getting picked off right now with as almost I think 20% HP at this point. He's gonna heal it up, bring it back to 70%. And yeah, I guess from now on, Sky is back there finding some confirmation. Sky, he's gonna fight with Syndicate, but oh my god, this guy, they are gonna move it out and they are gonna move back from now on. But nice show at the other side of the niche from the back end of for Rifa, but that's a hit and run from Team SKYFORCE, giving absolutely example 16, giving some jiggles, but that 6x is not quite effective indeed. Eddie with his double trap indeed, giving some initiation, but it is not going well for Team VE E2S TM7. They are getting eliminated one by one. I know this last one of this team is gonna give some initiations for Team Sky, but yeah, I guess from the back, one of the players from Team Sky, Toma, is just gonna doing an entry, but yeah, he is gonna get eliminated. Toma saves the day for Team Sky already, and that's it. Team Sky is gonna go for the game.
I love what Sky did back there. I mean, that was like one in the front, one in the back. TM7, they did stand a chance, but on the other hand, OPZ will get picked off as well. And we're looking at AKAZAYA Esports. I mean, they're doing quite well. It goes the same with Lons Esports as well. They have 5 eliminations. Luzum just got knocked down just now. So with that, I think we're looking at, actually there's several teams. I was gonna say that this is like between AKAZAYA and Lons Esports, but everyone's pretty much here at this point. I mean, there's Decimation, Syndicate in the car. AKAZAYA is trying to shoot down Syndicate, gets one, gets that finisher as well, and so that's 6 points on the side of AKAZAYA Esports. Once again, guys, there's still 7 teams in the running. There's still 18 players on the ground. Maha trying to find those kills, but I think AKAZAYA right now, I mean, considering the fact they still have all 4 players standing, I mean, they have a pretty good chance on getting those winners. Leon's on the other hand, only 2 players left. Lons is out in the open. They have 6 kills so far. They're trying to see if they can find another kill, but unfortunately, I do not like where they are situated right now. They're in the middle of everything, and they have to worry about so many teams. But AKAZAYA gets one with a throwable, throws in another grenade, trying to find if they can see if they can find another one. But unfortunately, they won't be getting one just yet.
And currently 7 teams remaining. Sky Soli would be eliminated and would just be confirming that kill, but Matu as well from Lons would be down. AKAZAYA Esports, 1 member would go down as well. That's gonna be 1 point towards the play zone. And Ling from DCM will find another kill down. AKAZAYA Esports on the other hand with 2 members remaining, hoping to get another chance into fighting this one out, but I guess 1 member is going down and it is looking grim for them. 5 teams remaining, 1 team's going after another, dropping like flies, and AKAZAYA Esports would be saying goodbye for now. The rest of the teams that are remaining are Leon's, SDMZ, Lons, Sky, and DCM.
Guys, this is it. Club Leon goes for Asams. Is going for the initiation. He hasn't got it up yet. Minto with the backup. Minto giving some information to Axam's giving some information to Minto indeed, but Sky, I think they have the most players alive at Lons right here. 3 versus 3 versus 1 versus 2. It's really a volatile game indeed, but yeah, I think Decimation, if they could play their cards right, I think they could get the winner chicken dinner indeed for this match. But Ling from the backside of a tree, they're just waiting for the zone to close. But yeah, the zone is going to the 8th stage, and after the 8th stage, the zone will go to a complete finish or to a complete stop. But yeah, again and again, Ling, they're still gonna wait for the moments to go on. They're just waiting for momentum gaining. Momentum's going down, going to find where could they go for the zone. But oh my god, as a risky play, could see this part of the field is particularly bold, and I think this will be a not so good start for one of the players from Team DCM. But yeah, Lons Esports Vanity giving some nades up front, giving 1 nade, giving just a single nade, hoping it connects, but no, it wouldn't. I really hoping that he could give many utility plays, like if he got more, yeah, I guess he could do a man-made red zone indeed. But yeah, Vanity going back, going for a hold at the backside. I think Vanity for now on, he's gonna hold it. Toma is still available, but Vanity is just finding some informations. But for now on, Vanity is not getting something really intriguing, but DCM getting Sky Toma. I think this is an opening block for Team Lons instead, because Team Lons, if they could use their momentum to just for now, just to go push and just mess up DCM, I think they could get the winner chicken really easily. Nades have been going on left and right, but I think for now on, Vanity and his friends will still gonna wait. But that's it. This is an amazing drone view for our production team. Yeah, thank you guys. But yeah, for now on, we can see Lons Vanity and Solly from the back giving some initiations by initiations up front of Vanity, just waiting behind the airdrop. It's a 3v3 situation, a completely fair play. But for now on, Annie, what do you think? Who's gonna win this game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know who's gonna win. I mean, this is a 3 versus 3, and you know, it's pretty equal the chances. I mean, they're all out in the open, so not a lot of structures as well. It's just pretty much a flat ground. So it's all about who gets who. And Vanity goes down first. It looks like Lonzy, they're going in for the aggressive Sky. Unfortunately, I mean, Lonzy's pushed back into the circle. I Sky bags this is the third chicken dinner. Congratulations once again, LF SKYFORCE, for winning with 10 eliminations as well.
Mm-hmm. And there we have it. Our winner chicken dinner, LF Skyforce, gets them their first chicken dinner for tonight. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. A very climactic ending as well to these players for bagging that winner chicken dinner. Once again, we'll be seeing their stats later on. But again, congratulations to you and to those teams as well that remained during the last, I think that was Club Leons, if I'm not mistaken. But here we have it, our team stats right here with 3 points, 3 elimination points from Thomas 77K and Solly with Pockety 17 with 2 points.
Yep, but I think this is the winner chicken dinner team stats. Sky Sport definitely played as a team. Anish is unlucky, I guess. He's one of the players that just goes off the game immediately on the early stage of the fights. But yeah, this is the match summary: 60 to 62, 60 eliminations to 60 knockouts. I think it's a 1-to-1. Yeah, I think it's a 1-on-1 elimination knockout rate. But yeah, for now on, 13,000 healings with 42 extras for the total healings, 2 need eliminations, 39 assists, and now 2 vehicle eliminations gotta by them. I think this is a really nice match indeed. But yeah, I could see really getting many eliminations and knockout more in the next matches yeah, next upcoming match indeed. But yeah, for now on, I guess we're gonna go to the comparison: Sky versus Lons. For now on, I think Lons is leading with the damage. But yeah, for now, Lons is also leading with the knocks, elimination, survival. No, not for the survival time, but yeah, also not for the total points, because noticing that Sky getting that winner chicken dinner, I guess Sky is on a really good advantage for now. But yeah, I guess we could see the overall rankings later to see who's really getting the advantage aside from seeing it from the head to head, right, Annie?
Yeah, and we're gonna be seeing the MVP. This is a new name. This is Club Leon's Mintox coming in with 5 eliminations and 665 damage. 0 assists, 25 and 12 seconds rather survival, 4 knocks, and 144 heals. So pretty decent amount of eliminations coming in from Minto. And I mean, Club Leon's, I think they fell off quite early on into the game. So the fact that they got 5 eliminations, that's pretty good on their side. And so with that, of course, I'm really excited to see who are the rest of the top 5 um of this map rather. And so with that, we're gonna be seeing Lance's Vanity coming in with 4 eliminations. That goes to the same with Donnie from AKAZAYA, and Lance Esports Luzums with 4 eliminations as well, and D&D Claws with 2 eliminations. And so with that, I mean, like, 2 eliminations seems small, but you think about how he has 687 damage. It's really quite decent. It's really impressive, especially if you compare that to Akazaya's Dani with 657 damage and 4 eliminations. And so, you know, these are some pretty good players, and you can see that Lons Esports, I mean, they did get, I believe that was top 2 on the placements. So it's no wonder why I mean, that's a decent amount of eliminations on their side.
Yeah, and currently we have our match rankings once again with LF Skyforce taking number 1 place with 18 points. For this match, Lons Esports to follow that up as well with 16 points. Akazaya taking number 3, Club Leons taking number 4, and SDMZ Esports taking number 5. The list goes on and on for this one. And once again, congratulations to these teams once again. For day number 1, we still have 3 more games.
Yep, but yeah, I think guys, we have three more games indeed, but that's the overall standings. AKAZAYA now is leading, but yeah, I guess AKAZAYA leading with 46 total points, OPG with 33, Sky with 25, Lance with 22, TM7 with 22, Leons with 21, XTREME with 20, SDMZ with 19, CND with 12, NRS with 11, DCM with 10, LHC by 9, Sin by 7, DND got 6, and Game Over got 4. And this is it for the overall standings of today, and we are going to see our overall MVPs of the current tournament on. But yeah, for now, guys, I think the threshold is not as big as we could imagine. But of course, the stakes are getting really high, and yeah, I think it will gradually increase time to time for the threshold of the overall top players. Indeed, Manu with 12, Abibad Bro with 8, Vanity with 6, Deadshot with 8, Luzums with also 7. I guess this is a really still fluctuating. Rankings of the overall top players, noticing that they will play at the league. I'm kind of feeling like they must have get like a 20 or maybe 15 minimum, yeah, maybe it's 20 to 25 minimum for today's if they really want to just hold it up at the top players at the overall rankings. But yeah, this is the top overall top players on the grand finals. And guys, this is our match today. We have gone for the first match opened up by AKAZAYA, and we're going previously we're at the second one, and yeah, we're now at the third one, finishing off with Sky or LF. Familia SKYFORCE closing the game with 18 total points with 8 eliminations. And guys, after this, we're going to a petite map called Sanhok. And guys, we are just going in for a break, and we'll see you really, really soon. So goodbye, and we'll see you after the break.
Januta eki häädää, ketä eki heti jäädytä Reki hamalaadi furudi läfäädua Gäägäädään torun vääbääkura Fummaada vääkudäägäädura Muji jääru kamkuduudu vääläfura Kaakabaada tuta veeni Hakuraamata kaffaskiche heeni Reivorsa vaipure veeni Diva ikko team kinkude veeni Ngaapadan kaakuhe gaming Kaakature kaakuhe beedi Kaakabaa hure veeni Fahumi heka kekkure veeni Diivu vaani mii magee mahal Magee raaja mii magee matal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Man.
Let's
era kita iki hatiyaru tareke hamala di furule la fadua gaga dana toru baba kura fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamko dudu ganda fura kakabara tutaveni hakura mata faski cheheni rival survive puraveni diva ikko team king pureveni gabadan kaku gaming kakature kaku bedi kakapa e hurveni fahumi heka kureveni divu vani mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage vatan
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Land.
Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ooredoo Nation's Esports Contender Series Season 1. We're going to be moving on to map number 4. This is Sanhok, the smallest map in this competition. That, once again, we are your casters. My name is Annie, and Mike and Sam is with me. So, Mike, what's up?
Thank you so much for that, Annie. And now the map is equally divided for all of these teams to take up those space, especially in a Sanhok game, which is really just small. So again, the task of these teams is just to maybe really go aggressive, and hopefully we could be looking at a faster game pace. But yeah, game 4 already. We would be heading on to the last 2 games later on, which could conclude the first day of this season.
Why you're wanting it done so fast, Mike? You're so suspicious. What do you want to do? You want to do some sums with you?
That's a secret.
I
That's
think-
a weird secret.
These
Yeah, but-
two have a plan already. I mean,
Yeah, but let's go to the game indeed, guys. Before doing some sums indeed, but that's sum it up for Team Lons. He's getting get 1 knockdown, but yeah, I'm hoping to get a bigger view on the
a
screen.
bigger view.
Yeah, a bigger view, a bigger view.
Aye,
instead,
you,
yeah,
you
but-
want something bigger.
Oh yeah, of course, every night, but still, but yeah, I guess SDMZ DND right here, just waiting it up. They're just gonna hold it up, but they are meeting NRS at the other side of the map. I think if they're at the other side, I'll be just like push it good. But if for now on, no, we just holding it up, just giving some initiations indeed. But yeah, NRS Munsif, they're still shy. I think this is their first time, guys, meeting up.
I mean,
Is it
don't be
always
shy,
shy?
guys.
If it's gonna be first time, is it always gonna be shy?
No,
No.
just be rough, bro.
No, you guys, you gotta be
Oh,
bold,
okay.
you know. Especially when
Ah,
you're
okay.
you're trying. You gotta be bold, especially if you're trying to make a good first impression, just like how NRS and DND are doing right now. I mean, it's just hiding, guys. I mean, you gotta be like, you gotta try, you know, and show yourself towards everyone else because, I mean, this is like map number 4, guys. You gotta get a lot of points in the bag, and Criminal is being a criminal right now, getting the shots in, but unfortunately, he'll be going down first, getting knocked down alongside with, actually, there's already one animation on the side of NRS. They already lost Chippy, and Criminal goes down next, and so not looking good for Minsif as well. On the red.
The guns blazing in once again. Toxic trying to get those in, and he gets spotted, but he goes down. right when he actually gets spotted, he goes down, and that would mark the end for NRS. A very quick way, a very fast way for NRS to finish this one.
Yeah, but I guess Mike, do you realize that when they're fighting at one of the place, I guess I think when one is doing a drop shot, I think they're wanting some back shots indeed for the third match or the fourth match of the game right now. But yeah, for now on, they're getting both back shots at the lobby. But yeah, I guess Luzums from Team Lance, I think they're gonna do something either. They're just gonna hold it up because yeah, guys, you cannot go too fast for now on. But yeah, I guess for now on, slow but sure, that's the proper way. And yeah, I think they just need I think yeah, for Team Lance Esport for now with Game Over, I think they're needing something to just make Team Lance go deeper, faster indeed. Yeah. But yeah, for now, I think Luzums is gonna hold it up, making it a normal gameplay. But the other side, oh my god, Junchui is asking for more backshots, I guess. But Botbro is giving more to Junchui, and he is done already. Gamer Maski getting launched with the nade, and boom, shakalaka boom indeed. That's a sexy nade at the other side of the map. But this is the team OPZ. They're just waiting on. And yeah, I guess teams is just coming to a fight when we are casting it like this, guys.
Getting screwed for both sides, but yeah, looks like Lons is not doing quite well. I mean, they lost Vanity and they still have 0 eliminations. But on the other hand, Cyanide, Shishui says goodbye, but Vazanthi also has a 1 elimination. So, like, you know, this is supposed to be Sanhok. It's quite a small map, so you're expecting that things will go fast, but things are going quite slow. I think Mike and Sam like it's slow, guys. They're like,
Oh,
That's a secret. That's a secret for them to find out. But yeah, we are heading on. Still currently 15 teams. Very unfortunate for NRS. They finished quite fast. I think that's how they like it. But we'll let them be. And currently, Game Over Esports could face. That's just gonna be their teammates. And yeah, no friendly fire allowed from this point. And yeah, we're still waiting on to go into stage number 2, which would happen later on. And I think these teams are still preparing up for the battle and with their helmets for
Preparing.
protection once again. But Black will be eliminated for now. Just
Black?
waiting to confirm that Black will be killed. By,
Yes.
yeah, and I think he's being hunted down. I think the Black here is being hunted down by FUs. Oh, that's full from these DCM. Oh, actually.
Yeah, with fuck getting black. Like Dio said, if you go black, you never go back. And yeah, that's it. That's what
What?
you're gonna see. But yeah, to itself from Team DCM. They're just gonna wait it up, and I think after they're gonna go in front. But yeah, greatness, giving his initiation, giving his back shots up ahead, and yeah, I think he got one knocked down before him. One just getting imposed, but yeah, I guess from now on, they're just waiting it in. But yeah, for Team Syndicate, they had done nothing. I guess they're in the pre-game. I guess like they're just warming up, getting ready to see the actions coming in. But yeah, greatness. I guess he's gonna see some greatness indeed at maybe moments after the zones close. Because yeah, when we're seeing the zones close, I think we can see some teams just moving in, shifting in slowly and surely. But yeah, for now on, Rolex with his helmet, safety can be fun, just like he said. But yeah, FMSD and the Extreme, they're just gonna wait it out. But yeah, for now on, teams are not fighting; they are on a free game.
yeah, and actually, we're looking at the map right now. It's gonna close in towards the southwestern side of the map, and there's a lot of teams towards the edge. They just love that edge, you know. Yeah, but they're gonna have to take a move on later on, you know, because they're gonna be hit by that circle, especially since that circle is gonna close in on the north. I mean, rather the southwestern part of the map, and there's some teams, especially I believe this is Syndicate. They'll have to go ahead and cross that bridge alongside with DND, and so if they don't wanna get potentially gate kept, they're gonna have to keep on moving. They don't want to get swallowed up by that circle. So with that, we're just have to wait and see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, for now, we can actually see some action happening already, which I think someone just got rammed through by that vehicle. I'm not so sure. But yeah, currently, they're healing up their wounded right here after that bloody battle. Then they've pretty much just healed up and ready for another fight. It's always life is always like that. After you get those wounds, better to heal up and prepare for the next fights that will be happening. But yeah, currently still pretty much 15 teams currently trying to play this one slowly. I think that's how they really like it. But yeah, the rest of these teams pretty much just all of them are alive except for Sky, which I think they're on 50-50 with their 2 members currently alive.
Sin back. I think he likes it from the back, but nope, Nami gets it instead. Nami doesn't like it from the back. I guess he just likes it from the front. Just straightforward indeed there because he is really great at long range initiation. But yeah, says DMZ, DND, like a python, like a black mamba indeed at the floors of Sanhok. And yeah, they're just gonna wait it out. Poison is gonna come in. No surprise attacks is coming out from the back. But yeah, surprise, surprise, a black mamba is around you, bro. And yeah, really greatness indeed. They're just waiting it in. But yeah, I guess Poison getting some shots from the back. I don't know if that's the OG Black Mamba we've seen before, but yeah, I'm really waiting for more. And yeah, this, yeah, I think everybody's just camping in. I think it's cold outside, yeah, so I guess everybody's camping in. Everybody's waiting things to get hot, things to get aroused. But yeah, for now on, guys, I think Nomi and Nomi and I think, yeah, Nomi with this other player indeed, like that. I think they're gonna hold up first. They're not gonna get really aroused for the first or the second zone.
Yeah, I mean, talk about that. Lots of these players are kind of crouching. They haven't stood up yet. And so we're waiting for that to happen. I mean, Poison, someone from Syndicate. Syndicate takes some damage, but it won't be enough. And they definitely have to keep on moving. Circle is not on their favor, especially with Naomi all alone on this part of the map. And then again, Poison is still in another part as well, feeding information to Naomi. But you know what? Syndicate, they're doing quite well. I mean, looking a look at the statistics. I mean, they have 3 eliminations so far, but unfortunately, they're still 13th on the leaderboard. Now 14th with LHC getting 1 point on their side. And so with that, it's a waiting game. There's a lot of slow pacing coming in for these 16 teams.
Yeah, currently, they're still pretty much trying to get us a lot of those skills as possible, while of course still trying to win this one. It's Sanhok, guys. It's really just a small map. I think most of the players right here are just playing this one too safely. I think they're just trying their best to win this one, but of course it's still day number 1. Nothing could go wrong unless it's day number 3. It's the judgment day, and yeah, I would be heading on to a very a smaller circle right here, which is just gonna be a challenge for these players to keep themselves alive. And most of them are pretty much just staying into their areas as do not get a lot aggressive and not get eliminated as early as possible. And I think they're just trying their best to win this one right here.
Yeah, but I think for teams that they got a lot of stamina at the inside of the zone. They're just gonna hold it in, and yeah, they're not coming out really soon. But yeah, for now on, oh my god, I think I want to see the horse riding action we could see from Zahyu. I guess Zahyu is a good rider for now, but yeah, yeah, that's it. Zahyu with the riding action for now on, and yeah, I guess he's really good with it for now on, and he's now at another position with one of his friends, one of his teammates. But yeah, Titan getting LF, Senzo at the other parts of the map, and this is it. Titan using his nades, going for that sexy boom, shakalaka boom indeed. But yeah, nade's gonna pop out and boom, it's gonna connect. But nope, Titan, oh, it's gonna connect with Senzo. But yeah, for the other side, that shot for now on, I think they're just gonna hold it up. Team LF, they're at the backside. I think they're gonna loot, they're gonna finish some unfinished business indeed. But yeah, I guess Modu, I think he's just the observer for now on, observing what's gonna happen doing. But yeah, fuck the god fuck indeed. I had this match.
Oh my god, I think this stream is in trouble. But yeah, I mean, we're like everything that's happening right now. I mean, we're still up in 47 now, 46 players, with DCM losing 1 player on their side. And I mean, a lot of these teams are doing quite well. No one's really dominating so far, and I know you guys like those dominations, but so far we're not seeing any dominations from any of these teams yet.
Do you like that?
So don't even ask me, man. I'm trying to do my job here, bro. But yeah, please don't take Smasky off of the map. And so with that, it's still slow paced game. I mean, that's just how we like it. But this is it, guys. It's a waiting game.
Yep, this is a waiting game. 14 teams pretty much alive in a span of 13 minutes in a Sanhok game. So um I don't know. You guys do the thinking right here. I do think this is the players are just playing very safely and not risking anything really. But it's still day number one for now. Still looking for possible eliminations once again. But we TM7, I think they've spotted some enemies, but they will not be risking a battle for now. Still 14 teams again alive and will not start any movement for now.
Yeah, but for now on, Ajay giving up some, cocking up the nades up front. Yeah, I guess from now on, Ajay giving it up. But oh my god, that's not even connecting. And I guess that's a gangbang indeed. But yeah, 1v4, that's a really of a hiccup for him. But yeah, his friends is not gonna help him. You see, he don't want to be like one of the players that just got, yeah, from the past few moments of the game. But yeah, vehicle limbs doing something with the vehicles. That's kind of sus from one of the teams like E2S one of the teams. I think that's the game from the top side of the game. And yeah, I think Maski gets Admiral, Daryl, M7 and 2, and yeah, I guess he doesn't give almost many initiations to up front. But I think Orpheus and Riva, they're gonna go for the reset. They are not going to do anything. Hook up there, but yeah, I guess Captain Titan with his name put it tonight. I guess Titan, he's just gonna wait. I think he's just gonna reposition for a new momentum, make it a game.
So, I mean, we're looking at GAMEOVER Esports and TM7. TM7's not doing really well. Admiral gets a shot down by Titan, and so TM7, they're down to, it's just Orpheus. Unless they can go ahead and this is gonna be like a one thing on TM7. But I think yeah, we might be seeing a revive over here. I'm feeling, I don't know if they have the opportunity to get this in, but it looks like they're gonna be backing off. And we're looking at Syndicate as well, doing quite well. They have 4 eliminations. They spot Club Leons at a distance to see if they can get some shots in, but AKAZAYA Esports is yeah, they have a pretty good position right now. I know you guys love those good positions, but Syndicate's come as a third party as well. So this is a 3-way, and it's getting a little bit messy.
It is getting a little bit messy right here as they're trying to connect those shots once again, and maybe trying to get that in, but OPZ would be going out as they would be eliminated. Now 12 teams remaining, and I think we could be witnessing another team elimination right here once again. I think that's gonna be XTR, which that's actually gonna be the team that would be eliminated. The grenade once again going in, but Deadshot on the other hand would be going down.
Yeah, but for now on, I guess teams are just going down, and yeah, 49, I think they're gonna go for the engage, but Sin is also at the same time for now, he's gonna go have a fight with Team Minto at the open. He's not gonna do anything yet, but AKAZAYA, Mahu, he's just gonna rotate up front, but yeah, for now, John from the back there. Oh my god, Mahu going for the entry, but I think Mahu position is not that good. He must reposition, he must do some bending, he must do some tweaking to get that really nice spot called the that spot. But for now on, Maha, and he's just really waiting it up. Maha giving some rubs to Rolex and Takuro for Team India, but I guess now Rolex and Takuro, they're just holding on for themselves. They're just holding on for their lives, because I think they are on a really aggressive play. They just want to rip what's inside Team Sin.
Yeah, that's definitely what's happening right now. But I think things are gonna be a little bit more interesting now that we are down to 17 minutes in the Sanhok map, and we're still 10 teams in the running and 27 players as well. And so just taking a look at the leaderboards, actually AKAZAYA is still a full roster, and so considering that fact that they're a pretty good team, I mean, I'm really crossing my fingers that will be interesting. Unfortunately, TM7 gets picked off quite early on, but SDMZ spots GAMEOVER Esports, get those sprays in. Zeke is in a really good position behind of this boulder, but unfortunately they'll have to back down because it's not looking good, especially once they have given away the information that they're over there. But SDMZ, taking a look at their point of view, just got 1 elimination on their side, but side of OB1. But CMD also finds their own kill as well. And Game Over Esports, they're quite out in the open. They're giving away their location. But there's a lot of teams in the running here, except the next circle is gonna come in as stage number 6. And with that, we're seeing DCM going down as number 9.
Yes, definitely going down once again. Um, on the other hand, La Familia though, they're currently down as well, and they're trying to hit those at the top, especially that they're currently at the bottom. But right here, Skyforce would be eliminated, and we're down to the last 7 teams. Viper, on the other hand, once again currently at the bottom, looking to possibly target the ones at the top, but LHC would be going down. Now we're down to the last 6 teams in a span of almost 19 minutes in the Sanhok game, and really a very slow paced game for this one. But I guess these teams once again are just playing this one very safely.
Yeah, but I guess right now Mahu is getting many impacts, is getting many holes, and yeah, but if from now on Maha getting 180, that's full. I guess that hole will explode and boom. That hole will explode indeed, but if from now on Mahu, he's gonna do a reset, he's gonna heal it up, because now we're at the 6 teams left. 650 players with a big stamina ahead. I think they're gonna get tested, but yeah, I guess for now Takuru is still going in strong. But I think right now Takuru is just gonna hold that back. But yeah, for now I think Syndicate, they have one team. They have one player left. And I guess Syndicate, CND, and SDMZ. So Dams Sport is gonna get some Dams some initiations indeed. But yeah, for now, and Blanky getting Zahyu from the small peak there. And yeah, I think Blanky, like I said, small and tight. But yeah, for now on, I guess we could see Agent, Obi-Wan, and Zeke going for that save from the back. But the need from Team CND, it wouldn't connect. But yeah, that hole's too small, honey.
Right. Right. But of course, yeah, we're looking at the last 3 teams. And sitting it's not looking good for them, but there's still a possibility that they can clutch this. SDMZ, so far they have the best kind of like chances of winning this chicken dinner, especially since they have all 4 players still standing. And Cyanide, on the other hand, they have 3 players, but still there's still a chance that they can win this, especially if they play their cards right. But I think Hisam has spotted the last player of Syndicate, so they're in trouble. They're definitely in trouble. And Cyanide has possibility of getting one more Lunatius on their side. But of course, we can see Cyanide is actually taking some damage, especially from the side of Hisam. Got spotted. Vasanti is also behind of this car. But I think that's, yeah, Syndicate loses their life to the blue zone. And so, like, that's denying an elimination from both DCs. But right now, it's gonna be all men for themselves. SDMZ versus Cyanide Esports. Blanky falls down. And with that, Hisam, that's all that's left. Quite low on health. But on the other hand, I mean, going against all 4 players of SDMZ, it's not looking good. And with that, I think... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Hisam took down 2 players. Okay, 1 versus 1. And in the other hand, full wins. That winner. That was impressive going on the side of Hisam. That 2 versus 1 and getting 2 eliminations, that was pretty impressive, not gonna lie.
And there we have it. Congratulations to our winner chicken dinner, SDMZ, and of course, a very a good job, especially as what you said. He was actually able to take down 2 people all at once, and that's just really a remarkable talent for people like them. And yeah, once again, a winner chicken dinner to SDMZ.
Yeah, but this is it. As DMZ being the man of the match, being the man of the game, giving all of the damages indeed to the perfect team so they could get that juicy chicken thighs for this game. Yeah, but for now on, we can see the winner chicken dinner stats. Obi-Wan, Agent, Zayu, and Zeke. But yeah, from the overview, they get some damage for all of them. Not all get many eliminations, such as Zayu, but he's only getting 1. But yeah, for now, we can see Zeke, Zayu, agents, and everyone getting killed. I think they have a really good team contribution. They have a really good team power spread. Yeah, but for now on, I guess SDMC going on solid for the 4th match of the day at their small petite map, Sanhok. And yeah, I guess we're gonna see the match summary indeed for this match. But yeah, I guess we could see later on some late elimination, of course. Assist goes with 36, Vehicle Limbs goes with 2. 54 knockouts, 59 elimination. And yeah, 6 6,657 total healings for this match. Yeah, but I think for next one, we could see the comparison. And yeah, let's see the comparison for now on. Seeing SDMZ and Cyanide head to head. Yeah, I think SDMZ got the lead with the damage. With the now CND got the lead with 9 eliminations for SDMZ. 21 minutes and 1 second survival time and 19 total points gotten by Team SDMZ, not for Cyanide. At the other hand, they have just got 13. I think bigger is better for this one, I guess, Annie. And yeah, that is proven by Team SDMZ.
Oh my god. How do I follow up with that? But then yeah, pretty impressive statistics. But of course our MVP will be Blanky from Cyanide Esports with 4 eliminations and 623 damage. Survival time of 20 minutes and 42 seconds, 4 knocks and 257 heals. I mean, Cyanide Esports, they did quite well, but Blanky, on the other hand, with 4 eliminations and contributing 623 damage. I mean, that's no wonder they got MVP. But of course, 4 eliminations, it's quite a small number, but then again, a lot of these teams are doing they're kind of playing it safe. And so with that, in comparison with the rest of the top players, we have Viper with 4 eliminations as well, with 604 damage, and then we have Syndicate's Sakuru with 2 eliminations but 675 damage. That's more than Blanky, who's top number 1. The other hand, we have number 4. This is SDMZ's Obi-Wan with 3 eliminations and 469 damage. And of course, followed up by number 5, we have SDMZ's Agent with 432 damage and 3 eliminations. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, these are your top players for match number 4. And of course, a lot of these players, they come from pretty decent teams, especially SDMZ, Syndicate, LF, and CND. I mean, these teams, they have pretty good runs, and it's no wonder because they have such amazing players on their side.
Yeah, definitely. And with that in mind, we are now, of course, heading on to, of course, our match rankings with SDMZ getting the winner chicken dinner once again. 19 total points to be followed by Cyanide Esports with 13, 11 points for Syndicate, and the list goes on and on. Though this is not the final list, we'll be seeing them later on, but SDMZ, it really looks like they're going to be getting these points, which could affect them in the overall ranking.
Yep, but that's it. SDMZ got 19, Senate got 13, Senate got 11, La Familia and GameOver get 10, 11 Zakaya, SDMZ LHC, VE2S TM7 got 6 and 5, Decimation got 4, SDMZ going about 3, SKYFORCE with 2, OPZ Sports with 1, Flablians with 1, and the rest, FMS DND and Lons with 0 indeed. But yeah, we go to see the overall rankings of the current match of match 4. But yeah, post match we could see AKAZAYA with 52 total points, FDMC with 38, OPC with 34, Sky with 27 as the same with TM7 for now. But yeah, I guess Team Sandy is going to 25. Leon's gonna go to 22. Lons 22 points. Cedar LF goes for 20. XTREME goes for 20, Sin got 18, Lizzy got 15, DCM got 14, is the same with GameOver, and the rest got 11, and DND got 9. DND is at a wake-up call for now on, I think, guys. They need to wake up, they need to give some impacts, they need to give some penetrations indeed, because yeah, I guess they are gonna go to the double digits points from now on, and I think it's a wake-up call. If they are in a 4th match with no double-digit points, I think that's too bad for them, yeah. But yeah, I guess we could see the overall top players: Manu, Bro, Zeke, Adani, and Agent. We couldn't see many changes from here. Maybe we could see Adani and Agent. Maybe it's a new player. I guess I'm not sure. And also Zeke with that sexy beard. Yeah. But from now on, we see Manu with 14, Bro with 9, Zeke with 7, Dani with 7, Agent with 7. And yeah, I think the threshold is not getting as high as I wanted to. But yeah, from now on, we could see many of the new players coming in hot. And just like me, they are really hot indeed. But yeah, let's see the match schedules for today, guys. We are going to go on our 5th match as soon as possible. While waiting, guys, I really ensure you to like, comment, and subscribe, and give some supports for the casters for this tournament at Ooredoo Nation Esports Contender Series S1 PUBGM Grand Finals Day 1 at Ooredoo Nation NV. And guys, we're gonna go to our next match, and that's Miramar. So guys, we're gonna go to a break, and we are gonna start really soon. And guys, see you after the break, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
januta eki hara kita eki hatiyaru tareki hamaladi furudila fadua gaga dana torun babakura fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamgudu banda fura kakabara tutaveni hakura mataka faski chefeni rival fight kureveni diva ikko team king kureveni ngapadang kaku hegeni kakature kaku hebedi kakapa e hurveni fahumi heka kureveni dibuwani mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Man. januta eki hara kita eki hatiyaru tareki hamaladi furudila fadua gaga dana torun babakura fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamgudu banda fura kakabara tutaveni hakura mataka faski chefeni rival fight kureveni diva ikko team king kureveni ngapadang kaku hegeni kakature kaku hebedi kakapa e hurveni fahumi heka kureveni dibuwani mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage matal
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Man.
Let's
एक है जानू तो एक है राके तो एक hatiyaru तो एक हमला di furri la fadua que agada na toro babakura fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru como quando randa fura kakabara tuta veni hakura mata kafaski cheheni
What's up, guys? We are now back. Your fellow Banshudes right here, ready to Miramar game number 5. And it does look like the flight path is equally divided once again. We are your shoutcasters. I'm Mike, and with me is Annie and Sam's. Now, Sam, what is
Yeah,
up?
yeah, that that made it to the stream.
Give me time to breathe, man.
What? Oh
Nothing.
my god. Guys, I'm sorry, guys. If you're watching it on the stream, do you ask me to do it, guys? Do you sort? Do is the source of these things come? Yeah, then much more coming in later on. But yeah, oh, you can see El Pozo to the Lazard. That's where are we going through. But for now on, Neon is gonna go for a touchdown, and oh my god, he's getting ready with that position. That's gonna sus for the first 1 minute indeed. But yeah, I guess his feet are trembling right now. And yeah, I guess he's gonna go to the lobby indeed. But yeah, I guess from now on, eliminations or fights have been gotten. Is gonna be held on one of the cities called San Martin, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, for now on, I think SDMZ, they're just gonna hold it up first. They don't know what they don't want to get too messy for now. This is just the start, and yeah, I guess teams are just gonna get fresher. I guess teams are gonna reset, and I guess for Team D&D, they have got 2 eliminations already, giving them a slight advantage of what's going on for now.
Yeah, and with Club Leon's in the vicinity of SDMZ, there's a potential for another clash. I mean, Poison's already, well, poisoned. And with that, I think there's a possibility that there will be another elimination here, but it looks like none of the two teams are really engaging just yet. I mean, everyone's just trying to see and trying to look for really decent guns, really decent resources before they really go in and try to go for those kills. But right now, I mean, everyone's backing down. Everyone's just waiting for the right timing. But yeah, I mean, just taking a look at the leaderboards as well. So D&D, they already lost 1 player. Leon's already lost 2. And so with that, those were our first early game engagements, and hopefully we see another one. I mean, we're seeing SDMZ a while ago. They have spotted, I believe that was DCM. And so as long as these two teams, they have the information that they need, we might be seeing a potential engagement really soon.
Yes, definitely. But for now, of course, Miramar, when the map is really big, you don't want to, just go straight to action. You want to take it slowly and get those few damages in from different parts of the map. But like what's happening right here with Bogobay, he's being hit. But he's not really eliminated directly. He was just a little bit of that action and just holding this one out. It usually goes that way. But yeah, Bogobay could be fighting for his life right here, and he does win it eventually. And I think he could be looking for a possible knockdown as well, as he got avenged by another third party who will be joining their party.
Yeah, well, for now on, I guess we can see Syndicate, the greatness. They're just wait it up for Team DCM to come by. But I guess for now on, the crew is giving some nades up front. Waiting for Team DCM to give a really nice initiation indeed. The crew with the nades, giving giving some damage. But yeah, for now, I guess the crew, they're just gonna give something, give some nades up. But for now on, there's nothing that we could really see indeed. But Takuru at the other side, they're just gonna hold it up. They're not gonna wanna play this really aggressive at this point, but yeah, Takuro slowly but surely, that's just how I like it. Yeah, Takuro just waiting it up. Nahe also, I think they're just gonna wait it up and they're just gonna reset for all. But yeah, one of the players from DCM with that iconic nickname, I want to say it's so bad, but we haven't spectated him yet, so let's just see later. But yeah, we can see screens just going on by, and we can see screens going on our, yeah, on our screen right now. But yeah, the producers, good luck. But yeah, because we're now on Syndicate, I think they're just holding it up, Ling with no healings indeed, with just a little penetration, it could end his or her life. But for now on, Bugabay, he's knocked down. He want to get back up. But yeah, I guess for now on, no teams has been giving any elimination. But at the other side, game over. We have some clashes indeed, but for now, no really intensive play has been given.
Yeah. I mean, we're down to 59 players actually, which is a surprise, especially number one, this is Miramar. And number two, these teams love playing it safe. But Black is going down into the red with on the hands of Titan, by the way, of Game Over Esports. So, DND, I mean, I'm really worried, especially score since they just managed to cross that double digit in points. And on the other hand, there's a chance that they could get wiped out, especially if they don't play their cards right against Game Over Esports. So crossing their fingers they do this well since they're down to two players left and Game Over Esports they do have the numbers advantage outside. But once again, they do have the building. They have a good hiding spot. They have a good position. But once again, Game Over Esports do have the numbers advantage. And right now, D&D, they're not in a good spot. They definitely get blue zone. But looking at what everyone else is up to, it looks like Greatness is out for Great down. Gets him down on the knock. And I think they're gonna be going in.
And he tries to go back once again, getting those bullets in as well through their bodies. But I guess a dead shot would be panned to death by two of those people down. And yeah, currently the last member is gonna be Ninja. Again, which what I observed a while ago, Black is getting eliminated time and time again. But for now, I guess he's gonna take one down. That's gonna be from the side of Syndicate, as Ling from DCM would be eliminated.
Yes, he is eliminated, but you can see who is at the back of the fence. This is one of the players from Team DCM, and that's an iconic nickname. Is he gonna get a full, like just his nickname? Yeah, but for now, I think we can see later on. But yeah, for now, I think Team Syndicate, they're just gonna wait it up for Team Game Over. They are in the fight, and let's just see that fight indeed. For now, oh no, guys, I think they have been eliminated in Extreme. D&D, they have gone eliminated at our first zone at our 7-minute mark of the game. I think they don't have a lot of stamina to go on for a longer time, but yeah. I guess for now, Game Over Esports, I think they're just one of the sole teams available, but on the other side, D&D and MESA, let's be apparently I think they're gonna go for a fight as no, that's Martin, and that's it. The Leons is gonna go to lobby, and I guess Leons is gonna get eliminated as soon as they could. It's gonna be a hard time. They're gonna be having a hard time retrieving their points that they had lost on this match. And noticing AKAZAYA with 52 elimination, or no, I mean sorry, 52 points already. I mean that's just amazing. That's just eye-catching with 52 points. I think they're gonna be safer today, and if they could play like that for the next 2 days, I guess they're guaranteed to be a champion for Team AKAZAYA. But yeah, let's see later how could they do it. Let's see later how could they pull it off. But the zone is gonna go to Minas de Val, I guess, but nope, it's gonna go to Chumachera. And yeah, I think this is a really nice zone. Teams must do an entry, but I'm not seeing teams doing an entry really fast. I think they are gonna go for the slow rotation, Annie.
Yeah, and I'm really excited, especially towards the northeastern part of this circle. I mean, there's a lot of teams congregating in that area, and they're gonna eventually run into each other. So there's a possibility that there'll be some eliminations and some engagements very, very soon. And a while ago, I really liked the circle. I mean, it went into a lot of water, so that just means less land for the players to work with. But right now, it closes in on a lot of land and a lot of flat places, and also a decent amount of buildings as well. So this is gonna be a little interesting, but I guess the game will drag out just a little bit. And right now, everyone's just taking position, especially those teams that managed to get into the safe zone already. They have a head start, especially against the players that are still trying to rotate in. And it looks like we see OPZ on the leaderboard. They find an engagement against another team, but it looks like they'll be going in and trying to reposition because they've given away information that they're there. But so far, they're doing quite well, especially since they still have all 4 players standing.
Definitely, and with that in mind, 14 teams still remain. SDMZ and D&D still hoping to get their team back on track and to give them the chance of the lifetime to to make a comeback. But for now, they would be suffering those casualties, while OPC Esports are out here from the top part of the map, looking for players that they could hunt down at the bottom. And again, that's just gonna be at OPC. They're quite out in the open, so they could be receiving some backshots later on as well if they're not being careful. But yeah, currently they've spotted some enemies going to go for those shots, but not all people are just really good hitters. But they would still try their best later on.
Yep, they could try their best later on, but yeah, I guess no time to wait actually, Mike. They could do their best if they could. They couldn't do it now because teams has been just compounding points by points. But yeah, for now, we could see a fight coming on from the SDMZ LHT. I think Lucy, he is gonna go on the compound with one of the players from Team NRS. I think they're gonna go for an elimination indeed, but I think Lucy, he's just holding it up from the backside, waiting for momentum to come, waiting for an angle to come, but a nade has been given. And for now on, I think Gypsy with that nade, I think they are gonna see it coming up fast and boom, that's a nade coming in, and I don't think that nade's gonna connect, but that's definitely giving out a lot of damage for Team and the rest. And I guess for now on, Lucy is just coming in. Lucy is still waiting it on, and also for now on, Munsif, they're gonna go in, they're gonna press, they're gonna give some pressuring fights to Team LHC, and Lucy for now on still just waiting for the momentums to come in, but again and again, I think Team NRS, I think that their push is gonna backfire. Sif is knocked down, and I think Lucy is now knocked down. Either a trading knock has been done for now on, but yeah, I think Yelichi, I think they're gonna give their best efforts to just eliminate Team NRS of their nades have been given, and that's gonna connect. And NRS one by one is gonna get eliminated, and this is it. LHC giving a domination with a nice utility play, Annie.
Yeah, I really like how LHC is playing this out. And NRS, yeah, they did lose 2 players, but I think this gives LHC some confidence that, they can go out and, in confidence and try to get those kills. And it looks like there's 1 player, I believe that was Toxic on the side of NRS. They will try to get away because, they're second to the last player that was knocked down. I don't think there was any chance of trying to revive that. It's just not safe. It's not a safe area to be in. But we're taking a look at VETM7. I mean, I think they have a spotted LF at the distance. They're going in for the push. And of course, there's Nahil going down in the hands of VETM7. LF is getting shot at. They're getting stormed into their safe house. And with that, Molotov's coming in. Nahil still needs that revive. LF Eisen falls to the hands of Reeve. It was the same with, no, actually, Maho gets a shot. And on the other hand, there's 2 down on the side of TM7. But on the other hand, I think LF, they're not doing quite well. I'm trying to see if how they're doing right now. It looks like VTM7, they have the opportunity to get that reset. Senzu, from distance, from the side of LF, needs revive as well. And on the other hand, I think Vipers is just gonna go and get away because it's definitely not safe in this area. So with that, no complete squad wipeout, but a decent amount of eliminations on the side of VTM7.
Definitely, and we're still back onto these fights once again. Currently trying to hit those shots, but from afar it will not hit. It will not connect, and yeah, definitely. These other teams are also just gathering up as well to prepare for their fights later on. It's usually like that. You gotta prepare. You gotta prepare for those fights if things would really happen. Especially, you will be needing those protection and those helmets as well. But yeah, currently NRS would be looking for potential targets, and I think it's gonna be LHC. He's trying to shoot through the smoke, but with no clear vision, the shot will not connect.
Yeah, but for now on, NRS Criminal from the top side of this rooftop, I think he's gonna go for that fight with team, I guess it's team LHC there, but yeah, for now, I think Criminal is just gonna hold it up, but oh my god, that's a really smart play. Getting an initiation from the other side is one of the nice thing to do, and that's it, confirms that NRS to the lobby, and this is they're gonna go to lobby at the 14th place. And I guess that's for elimination for Team SDMZ LHC. But yeah, for now on, we can see just teams fighting each other. And yeah, for now, I think for the zones, teams are gonna do an entry as soon as they could, because one of the players or one of the teams from Los Leons they're not in the zone. They're kind of like 700 meters to the zone, and I'm really betting that the zone is gonna go turn on to Chira. But yeah, from now on, we haven't seen a clear look on the zone, and we will see it later. Then yeah, from now on, from Team VE, TM7 or VE2S TM7, they're also seeing that Sky Maha there. But oh, sniper shot! I haven't seen a sniper gameplay in a long time, Manny. But yeah, from now on, I guess TM7 Eddie just giving some M24 shots that is not connecting. And I'm just waiting for a moment that when it connects and VE to SDM7 does the push. This will be a really satisfying push to see if VE to SDM7 manage to do it.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that happen. And I think Orpheus, they find AKAZAYA Esports from a distance, and yeah, they're definitely doing the sniper game. Not resorting into any. There's someone out there. So they're not AKAZAYA Esports. Information that they definitely need to get them moving because. And they still have those sniper shots in. So pretty good job going on the side of TM7, especially as they bag 3 eliminations already on their side. But of course, with AKAZAYA Esports backing down and relocating, I think DM7 they'll have to do the same. They'll have to look for another angle to kind of approach this situation. But they definitely haven't given up against finding those skills against AKAZAYA Esports.
Yeah, definitely. And with 13 teams remaining, we could possibly see more engagements later on. But I think it's really just I can't really see that happening anytime soon. Especially we're still heading on to the 17th minute mark, and knowing these teams as well, they're gonna be playing this one very safe, very safely. Especially it's day number 1; they can't afford to lose anything for now. And yeah, the circle would get smaller once again. But in a map like Miramar, there's just gonna be a lot of those high areas that they could hide and really just play it very safely.
Yeah, but for now on, we can see the teams like from the other zones are gonna do an entry onto Chera, and for now on, we can see many fights coming through. But yeah, I guess we could see SDMZ LHC from the downside. They're just gonna wait, and yeah, I guess they're on the blue for now on. So I guess they could go to the safe zone ASAP, noticing that Team LHC from the map, they could get a really nice entry from here. And yeah, they're gonna wait for AKAZAYA, I guess, to just hold on from the church building, from the top side of the zone, from the short side of the zone. Yeah, teams are now giving a fight, but yeah, pocket eights indeed from Team Sky, I guess, giving some initiations to Team Lance. But this is it. Anish at the backside, they have been also playing some, giving some initiations, but this is it, guys. LF SKYFORCE from Team La Familia SKYFORCE, they're gonna rotate, and yeah, like just what I said, they're gonna go through, push to the zone. They're gonna give their best efforts to just go in, secure the zone, and yeah, I guess they could play a defensive play for now on to just be live for the zones and for the next zones to come. And yeah, I guess for now on, teams has just been going for some entries, and for a Team OPZ, they're just gonna go. But LF at the other side, they had been eliminated from now on. And I think the game is just gonna go on through. But bro, from Team OPZ, guys, I guess everybody needs to do screening on the area that they're watching on. Because for now, teams are currently unpredictable. Where are they gonna go in or go through as an entry on the game?
Yeah, that's the question right now, since we're gonna come in with a stage 4 of the circle. Still quite small and there's a lot of land to cover, but then again, we're still up with 37 players and 11 teams. So this is gonna be really fun, and we're looking at LHC, they're doing quite well. That wasn't an elimination, I believe. And we're looking at the circle right now. I mean, most of the teams, they're inside of the circle. No chances of any gatekeeping happening, but this is gonna be really fun, especially with 37 players still standing. There's gonna be a lot of engagements. Actually, I just noticed Lance blended in with the blue zone, and they're still actually out in the open. They still have to go in to the safe zone. So that's something that a lot of teams will be watching out for. There are potentially some pickoffs, but it looks like Foosh from DCM gets taken out by the play zone, and with that, that is definition. That is decimation going down as the I believe that was the 11th team, and now we're down to 9 teams. I believe there was one team that got picked up. Yep, that would be SDMZ, and how that happened, guys.
Yeah, definitely. With 9 teams currently remaining, still 20 minutes. Again, they're gonna be playing this one very safely, and a couple of shots trying to get that one, especially out in the front. So maybe he wanted to see the whole view, but yeah, for now, OPZ Esports are also looking for possible targets that they could do, especially outside of the play zone. They kind of like it risky right here. They like it a little bit dangerous. But yeah, they'll be staying in this part of the map for now.
Yeah, but for now on, Team OPZ, I think they're just gonna go for the entry. Like they are on a high stake for now on. They're on the advantage where they are having 4 active players indeed. But oh my god, they're gonna go for a clash with Team since Hobe going and regrouping with his friends. But yeah, for now, I think Hobe is gonna find a new position to initiate on, giving some nades up front from Bot Bro, giving one nade to Nahi, but I don't think that will connect because the connection is going to Bot Bro nade from Sin, like greatness, giving his power, giving his greatness indeed. But this is it. 3 nades have been going through, but that nade connects from OPZ to Sin Takuro, and I think Sin Nahi is at a bad position for now. The tables have changed, but yeah, they is doing defense for now on. But SDMZ Zayu FPS for Team Showdown Esports giving third party, and that's it. And as you guys know, the relationship, the third Esports too, but that's a shot from OB1, a shot that tracks the buggy and gets one of the players from Team Lons Esports. And yeah, I think SDMZ Esports is gonna play really sustainably for this match because they know they are needing the first place for today. But yeah, I guess from Team E2S TM7, they're also giving their best to play, but I guess the outputs from these teams haven't really paid off for all of their efforts and sacrifice going in. But Shishui and really did nice right there. But yeah, I think he's gonna bet knocked out. But from now on, we can see Team OPZ fighting with Team Showdown. Third party indeed giving some shots that hasn't connected yet. CYANIDE Esports, I think they must have a really nice trigger discipline indeed, because for them, I guess that was a moment that they could use Annie. But yeah, noticing that the sprays doesn't connect, it's a really waste of moments, really waste of momentum. Yeah, I hope they're not doing that again.
Yeah, and so we're watching perhaps the last few minutes of this map, and still we have 8 teams and 24 players. I mean, for the fact that it's 23 minutes in, we're already stage 6, there's still so many players. Look at that map. I mean, there's so many callers coming in, and we're gonna expect that kill feed is just gonna be full of names later on. I mean, if it's not now, then it's definitely in a few minutes from now. And so lots of people going down, but so far we're gonna be looking at the leaderboards, especially for the updates. I mean, AKAZAYA is still full squad, and SDMZ has down to 2, OPZ with 3, TM7 with all the players still standing, and Sky, I think they're in trouble because a lot of their players are really low on health. Mahu managed to dodge that grenade, managed to protect themselves from all the damage, but the question is, how long will they stay? That's a question that we won't answer later on, especially since we're trying to see Bronze Esports, they got eliminated off, now we're down to 7 teams rather, and 18 players. Maha goes on the red, needs that revive. Mahu's all that's left inside of AKAZAYA Esports now.
Definitely, and with that in mind, from the SKYFORCE as well, they did find some enemies down, but in exchange, that would actually cost them their elimination as well, as they will go down as the I think taking the 5th place. But yeah, currently sixth place actually. AKAZAYA taking 5th place for now, and we're down to the last 4 teams. Finally, with SDMZ, OPZ, TM7, and CYANIDE Esports now. There you have it. Actually, 3 teams remaining. So definitely we have to be very careful right here. Cyanide with 2 members currently up, and OPC with 3 members still up and running. TM7 under their hand, all live. So it actually looks good right here for the side of TM7.
Yeah, but from now on, I guess, for the sides of Cyanide, it's kind of different right here. Blanky giving some nades in front, but I guess the nades couldn't connect. Haizam using there's a vehicle to go for a push, but Haizam indeed getting knocked down. That's not a good side for the Cyanide indeed. Blanky giving some extra nades, indeed, hoping that he could get an elimination, a pick up or two. But from now on, I think going things have been not going to Cyanide's Esports way for Blanky's way, I guess, from now on by Team OPZ from the downside, from the hill. I think Aman is gonna go give some smokes, but yeah, for now I think Aman is gonna get some defense, but yeah, CND and the others are eliminated, and this is it. Shot has been given to TM7, and oh my god, Sahube gonna get a blunder for now. And yeah, I think Aman, last man standing of Team OPZ Esports, can pull this off, getting 1v1 with Eddie, and Eddie is gonna eliminate him, and he's going to lobby, and this is at the winner chicken dinner for Team VE E2S TM7 and our fifth match of the day.
I love that. TM7, I mean, they didn't really have a really good game for the last 3 games. I mean, they did well in game number 1, and then 2, 3, and 4 not so much, but finally they get that winner chicken dinner that they deserve in map number 5, and this was the Miramar map. And so with that, I mean, there was a lot of things happening towards the end. There were still so many players that were still alive 23 minutes into the game. And so, there was a lot of fast-paced gaming towards the end. And of course, we're taking a look at the team stats of our winners. This is Eddie with 3 eliminations, Orpheus with 3, Rifa, however, with 6, and Nitro with 2. And so with that, decent amount of damage on most of these players as well. I mean, we're seeing 997 on the side of Rifa with 6 eliminations and just 3 damage points shy of hitting that 1,000 point mark. And of course, this is a match summary. We have 53 eliminations, 61 knockouts, 11,345 total healings, 9 grenade eliminations, 24 assists, and unfortunately, we didn't see any vehicle eliminations for this match. But of course, perhaps there wasn't just the opportunity to do just that. And the map, it went down to the southwestern part of the Miramar, so there's a lot of unfavorable landforms. And so of course, this is the head to head. This is CM7 versus OPZ. I mean, these were the last 2 teams to be standing in that map, but you can see the disparity in the damage points. We have 2,777 on the side of TM7 and OPZ with 1,035 damage points. And of course, the knocks, there's 3 more on the side of TM7. And 14 eliminations on the side of TM7 with only 5 in OPZ. And of course, the survival time just by a few seconds. And of course, total points coming in 24 for TM7 and 11 for OPZ.
Yep, there we have it once again, our head-to-head, and our MVP as well would be Rifa for this match, which from VETM7 with 6 eliminations, 997 damage, 2 assists, and 4 knocks as well. And again, congratulations to TM7 for bagging this chicken dinner, and to Rifa for bagging the MVP. To be followed, of course, by Eddie from the same team, Orpheus from the same team, and Aman from OPZ Esports, and Bogobe from Syndicate.
Yep, I think this is the top players for our grand finals on match 5. And next, I guess we could see the match rankings of the fifth match of the day. And yeah, really, guys, that's a really amazing performance for Team VM7. Is impeccable. But yeah, for now on, 24 total points have been kept by them with 14 elimination, making them the leaders of the first. No, I mean, yeah, the leaders of the fifth match of the day. With noticing OPZ coming up with 11 points, LHC with 10, SDMZ with 7, Cyanides with 7, and that's just the top 4. No, that's just the top 5 from hashtag 2 to hashtag 5. I think that's a really big gap to fill through, and TM7 clearly looks like they're dominating indeed. But yeah, for Team LF SKYFORCE, 6 total points, Syndicate 5, LF AKAZAYA 4, a Game Over 4, SDMZ DND 4, Club Leons 1, FMS DND Extreme Lots Esports, they also got 1, La Familia Esports, LENION and RS, and Decimation, they got 0 indeed. But yeah, I think this is it for the match rankings, and we could see the overall rankings. Now can TM7 just climb the classman and goes to the first place? And yeah, let's just see after a short moment. Yeah, and this is it. AKAZAYA
Ooh.
is going on. I think AKAZAYA is going on with 56 total points. But yeah, TM7 following it up really, really strong from now on. And I think OPZ going up with 45, SDMZ with 45, Sky with 33, CND with 32, LHC with 25, Lons with 23, Leons with 23, Sin with also 23, Extreme with 21, LF with 20, Game Over with 18, DCM with 14, DND with 13, and RS with 11, and RS well giving a really impressive play on the playoff stage. Well, they're really going crazy there. But yeah, from now on, I guess Annie at this grand final stage, NRS is not giving their prime look anymore.
I mean, they're up against a lot of decent teams. So this is pretty much the best of the best going against each other. And there's somebody that's got to be at the top, and there's somebody that's got to be at the bottom. I believe NRS is still a pretty decent team. So, there's no wonder that they made it to the finals. They're definitely good. But of course, taking a look at the standings, it's really impressive how TM7 bounced back, like definitely bounced back from going on to the bottom part of the first half of the rankings. I mean, I think they were like 6 or 7, and they managed to finally retake number 2 spot. And there's a possibility that they can get number 1, especially since they're only 5 points away from AKAZAYA. But of course, speaking of AKAZAYA, we have Mon number 1 at the overall top players with 14 eliminations from these 5 maps so far. And of course, coming in is a second with TM7 Sarifa with 10, and then OPC Bot Bro having 9, and then coming in with TM7's Eddie with 8 eliminations as well. And SDMZ's Obi-Wan with 7. So, I mean, same names. And of course, a lot of consistency coming in from these players. But definitely some really impressive plays, especially if you look at the damage. Taking a look at Manu's 3,000 damage, finally crossing that 3,000 mark. So, pretty impressive. And these teams are pretty decent as well. I mean, AKAZAYA, TM7, OPZ, and SDMZ, they're some of the top teams in this grand finals. But of course, we're going to be looking at, of course, that was our 5th match for tonight. This is Miramar, and we'll be moving on to our final match. That would be in Erangel. But of course, before that happens, we will be taking a short break. So those of you tuning in, please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be seeing you again in a few minutes.
Januta eki hera kita eki hatiyaru tareki hamaladi furudi la fadua gaga dana torun baba kura fuma da bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamko dudu la fura kaka bara tuta veni hakura mata ka faski chefeni they will survive for veni diva ikko team king kule veni nga badan kaku he gaming kaka ture kaku he bedi kaka pa e hur veni fahumi he ka kure veni dibu wani mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage matal
Again
Welcome to Ooredoo Nation.
The Gamers Land.
जानो तो एक है राकेता एक hatiyaaro tere ki hamaladi furudi la fadua gaga dana torun babakura fumada bakuda gadura mujiyaru kamko dudu la fura kakabara tutte veni hakura mata kafaski cheheni they will survive for veni diva ikko team king kude veni ngapadan kaku he gaming kakature kaku he bedi kakapa e hur veni fahumi
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at our last match of the day, coming in hot to win our OG map Erangel. We could have seen some actions had occur before at the early games, but yeah, for now we can see if the flight path going from Novrapnoye to Georgepul. Indeed, actually, I've expected a really congested part of the map is at Georgepul and maybe Milta, but yeah, let's see what is gonna happen really soon, because I guess teams are just gonna drop to their drop zones ASAP. They want to end this match quick because it's the last game. Everybody's tired. I'm tired. Yeah, for now on, I think teams have just going in. They're ready to take some early fights, but I'm really betting on the fights at Georgepul with most of the teams actually previously launched there. Any.
Yeah, I mean, these are some pretty hot drop spots. We're seeing that the flight path is really just above Pochinki and Georgia Pool as well. I mean, you can go ahead and go to the school, maybe the shelter, and perhaps Sosnovka military base as well. But yeah, it's this is gonna be really fun, especially since that circle is coming in a very northern war. I mean, we're taking a look at maybe 20 to 30% water at this point, and so I mean, it's still stage number 1, so the everyone can just drop off at anywhere they want, and later on they can worry about rotating into the circle. But of course, hopefully this game goes by really fast. There's a river running through half of this circle, and there's a lot of water towards it. So crossing my fingers, lots of things happen. I mean, speaking of happen, someone's already knocked down in the camera, so yeah, really excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah, definitely. But for now, since we're gonna be situated on the northern part of the map, we could find a possible early end. It just depends on teams once again to either take the risk and go for a lot of aggression, which I think they are doing right now, surprisingly. And yeah, I think they're just really trying to get and do a lot of that action all at once in this same room, this same building, which could actually guarantee them some of those points or could guarantee them their death. But for AKAZAYA, it does look like they're gonna be getting those elimination points. And yeah, while we're at it as well, the damage really is just coming right in for both of these teams once again, and Club Leons would be saying goodbye for now.
Yeah, but for now, I guess Club Leons is a sad bye-bye to see. But yeah, for teams like AKAZAYA, they are just going in Pajinki SAP. They're just really playing aggressively, knowing that if they want to make it out as the champions, they need to give the best from now on. But yeah, Maha, Dani, Mahu, and Manu for the players from Team AKAZAYA. I'm really hoping, Moik, they could play consistently. And also, I guess, if actually AKAZAYA can just get maybe 5 to 10 points consistently from every games that they had played without getting any too soons. But yeah, they could die at fifth or sixth position. But yeah, if they really played objectively, I'm really sure not only for Team LF Akazaya, even for Team LF, GAMEOVER, DCMD, and the rest from the bottom part of the class. But I think they could really step up the game. They could really just like give some difference, give some impact to it. But yeah, for now on, we could just see Team LF Akazaya based on Pachinki, Central Pachinki for now on. They're just gonna loot it up, and I think yeah, they're gonna loot and they're gonna prepare for the worst. Because yeah, I think the first zone is gonna close soon, and this is it. We haven't seen actually the zone where all of the guys went, where all of the people's really went for the drop zone. I'm really interested on seeing it because yeah, from now on, let's see Team Eleva Kazaya. They're still here, but yeah, what do you think, Annie, on Team Eleva Azakaya, knowing them at their first position for today?
Yeah, I mean, they already managed to wipe out Club Leon, so that's pretty good on their side. And this is a decent team. I mean, it's no question why they're top number one in this finals. They have a really good chance of bagging this championship. I mean, there's some other teams in the running as well, but so far it's Akazaya's really consistent so far. So really rooting for them, crossing my fingers that they do well, and of course with that, they still have all four players standing, and of course they can peacefully loot this place up already now that they don't have any contenders anymore. And so with that, that goes the same with everyone else. It looks like no one really ran into another player, squads rather. And of course, these teams still have to think about rotating towards the northern part of the map, especially once this stage one circle closes in a few minutes and then moves on to stage number 2. But of course, that's gonna be in a while. It's still 5 minutes into the game. Usually, Erangel games run for maybe perhaps 26 minutes. So you know what? We're gonna be waiting for about 20 minutes. We're gonna kick our feet back and wait for the action to start.
And yeah, while it, while that's happening already, I've already decided to, rest as well while waiting for the action that will happen later on, which is again, um, this is the last match, of course. When you're that player, you kind of want to play it very safely, especially those teams that are quite behind. So with that in mind, if you also consider that factor as well, we could really be adding on to a little bit of a longer game. Though the circle is already showing only giving 50% of the map for access, then who knows? Maybe we could possibly see an early game.
Yeah, but from now on, I think there's nothing much going on. Like you're hoping too much, I guess, for an early game to come. Yeah, but I guess from now on, teams are really playing defensively. But I guess teams are just playing defensively because it's the first day. Everybody know the stake is really high, and also it's the first day, guys. Give them a breath to catch up because everybody needs to just like adapt to the plays, to all of the teams playing. Noticing that's also they're playing in different groups. Yeah, I think that's one of the points. Also noticing that Team Cyanide and many of the other teams like Team Leon, Sky, SDMZ, despite they're playing really good at the qualifiers at the playoffs, but I think for now on they really need to adapt and bring new things to the game. They cannot serve the old things that they had served from the previous stages because now everybody is just elevated. So like SDMZ, like let me get some examples of now. AKZT have analyzed Team SDMZ's gameplay from the past few days. I guess that's a really valid thing for them to do. Noticing that if Akazai is at the top right now, I think they are really noticing how everything. Yeah, I think they're gonna go for a fight. Bugupe with that shot indeed, with a headshot, of course, getting one knock for Team Cyanide. I think will be a great opening up from Team Syndicate for their push or their aggressiveness to come later on.
Yeah, and yeah, Syndicate getting 2 eliminations in the bag. It's a pretty good start, but I think there's a possibility that they'll get their 3rd and 4th really soon, especially since they're really locking in on this engagement. They lose Sakura though, but it doesn't get finished off. And a CYANIDE, I mean, yep, Shanu goes down. Shishui's the last person standing, and I don't think there's a chance of surviving, especially with Syndicate basically surrounding where they are. But Takuru actually getting gunned down, and right now Shishui's trapped within the building, and with that, CYANIDE says goodbye, and now we're down to 14 teams left standing.
And now that CYANIDE has been eliminated, we could possibly see another engagement later on with Bogobe on the other hand. Props to him for having a grenade elimination. And yeah, while while we're at it as well, since 2 teams are already eliminated, we're still down to the last 14, which again I think we are gonna be heading on in a quite slower pace.
Yeah, but for now on, slower pace is definitely acceptable, boy. But yeah, I guess for now on, Team Syndicate, they're just gonna hold it up. But yeah, I guess nothing is coming really much from now. But yeah, I'm really actually intrigued to see the zone, I guess, because yeah, seeing the zone, let's just see. Many teams are now currently rotating, and one thing I've realized is one of many of the teams here is not going for a fast-paced rotation. They are rotating on a slow pace. Maybe they're making it depends on the zone. Because when I notice like team SDMZ, team yes DM7, they're just really holding up. They just really chill. They even like don't care about simply the zone. But from now on, PUBG Sport, one of the teams that we're spectating, is also one of an aggressive team. If you ask me from the qualifiers, yeah. But for now on, I guess they are just they're not giving their best yet. At our first day of the finals, but DCM Hunter at the other side, they're gonna fight it out. And for now, I think Eduro, I think he's gonna set up some smoke post wall to help his team to a safe spot.
Yeah, and so with that, I mean, we're seeing a lot of shots coming in against Guru from Destination, but it's not gonna result into any kills just yet. But Hunter goes down, gets knocked down, and that goes to Shamato as well. Looking good for them, especially with OPZ just around the corner, giving a lot of pressure towards their side. But on the other hand, Aman actually leads that revive as well. And since OPZ is still a 4-man team, I mean, they can still go ahead and get that revive in the bag, try to stay in the game. But of course, SDMZ, DND, trying to come in as perhaps the third party that was just lurking about the entire time. And then, not much happening. I think DND, they're not gonna risk going out there and kind of storming into the area of OPZ, into the vicinity of OPZ. But DZM, however, finally, since it's a little bit quiet, they have the time to reset and kind of get their bearings back in the game. But of course, these 3 teams, they're within the vicinity, and once all of these teams kind of get back up into the game, into their best shape, then there's probably gonna be some engagements coming in, especially with OPZ out in the open. They need to get a move on to a safer place if they want to stay alive.
And yeah, once again, play zone will be restricted in a few seconds from now. And while 14 teams still remain, again, we have nothing to talk about right here, quite frankly. And we're just waiting to see. But aside from that, I guess we do see some bullets getting those shots right in, but will not find an elimination just yet, and would probably just prepare I would prefer into hiding aside from just showing up and trying to fight them.
Yeah. Yeah, for now, I guess there's nothing much like you said, boy. And I don't know what to guess either, but for now, as you can see, Team DCMS, Team Manco has getting some shots, but they are gonna go for a touchdown at the backside of Severny indeed. But yeah, I think literally finally we could see some fights going on, I guess. But yeah, for now, I think the fights is not really going on, but I think tensions are getting strong for now, Annie.
Yeah, and so with that, I mean, even though all of these teams are kind of within the vicinity, still, no one wants to initiate an engagement. Everyone's really playing. And right now, I think Sky solely is trying to start something up against LHC from a distance. But with that shots, I mean, they gave away their information basically that we're right over here around this area in this compound. And of course, LHC they'll be using that information to their advantage. But of course, if it's anything with these teams, they love playing things safe. So we're gonna expect that this is gonna drag out a little bit longer, especially since we're 13 minutes into the game. And of course, we're down to 14 teams and 52 players. There's a lot of teams that are still quite complete, so just waiting for things to happen, basically. That goes to say with LHC and Sky. I mean, they're just like basically neighbors right now, but they're just hiding within the windows, waiting for that circle to put some pressure in and kind of move them up. And I really love the circle. There's a lot of water, but
Yes.
still, there. Okay, there we go. It's gonna close in on the shooting range. So a lot of these teams that are still outside of that next circle, they're gonna have to come in and rotate really soon.
And yeah, since the place will be towards the shooting range, then they would be gathered up later on. Aside, I mean, it would still happen quite later, especially that these teams don't want to risk exposing themselves into free points for those enemies. But yeah, once again, they could be heading towards that area. They're just gonna need some time, and definitely just being grouped up with your allies right here is just the best course of action, as to not be the third team that will get eliminated in a span of 14 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, currently we're seeing a little bit of that Fast and Furious action, but nothing will be happening aside from Vanity from side of Lawns getting eliminated, and aside from that
Clash with Team Launch. That was okay. Actually, trying getting one player from Team Launch indeed. A really nice opening elimination from Team LF SKYFORCE. But for now, I guess Team SKYFORCE are gonna hold it up first. But yeah, fight has been going on. But La Familia Heisen get LHC marker by 191, I guess, if I'm not wrong, from the kill the message. Yeah, but for now on Lucy from the situations indeed, but shots have been given from Senzo, but it hadn't connected for team one of the teams. I think that's LHC Edru, but yeah, for now on, I guess teams are just really hold it up. But oh my god, Morpheus, what a move, what a shot right here with his DBS and Astolfkin and Scarlet action. I think that's a really impressive play, and that's a really bold move from Team PE E2S DM7.
Yeah, that was really smooth actually, that in and out kill on their side. But of course, it's not over yet with Sky and LHC and as well as Lawns. I mean, Lawns Esports, they're not doing that well. I mean, they're down to 2 players and they still have 0 eliminations on this map. And so, I don't know what the best thing to do is here. Maybe they'll get out of this place or keep on hiding, but definitely LHC and TM7 will be occupied with each other. So with that, I mean, TM7 they still have only 1 elimination, but on the other hand, Extreme versus LF rather. LF is getting shot at. Looks like Extreme has a really good angle at this point. Crosshairs out and they get some shots in the bag. Sensei even falls into a knock, but won't be confirmed just yet. And so with that, we're seeing an aerial view of Sky and Lawns Esports. I guess LHC backed down, or they're kind of over there in the western part of the mini map. But of course, Sky rather, they're trying to see if they can find more eliminations, and that's pretty much the goal. But the problem is they don't have a lot of information, or I believe they're waiting for the right moment to strike, because it's a little bit risky to go out in the open, try to storm in, try to get those kills. And of course, we already know these teams, they like playing it safe. And so that's what we're gonna expect right now. I mean, we're 17 minutes into the game. We're seeing some shots in, but no confirmations just yet.
Yeah, no confirmations. 17 minutes currently into the game. Still, these players who are, I think, conservative at this point, still alive with 14 teams remaining, while we're still heading on to that area. And again, they're just playing it very safely. I mean, they do get some shots in, taking Flanky down, but they don't really get a lot of those commitments which could get them those points or could get them eliminated as well. But yeah, would be taking their time, would be healing the teammates once again, and yeah, they would be back into the games later on. But while that was happening, I think they will go and loot more.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess they're gonna loot more. I guess they're gonna prepare for the worst, Mike. But yeah, I know you love eating, but I think they love looting neither. But for now on, I think OBZ Esports what, bro? They're just gonna hold it out. But yeah, for now on, I guess teams are not getting that aggressive. Noticing that the zone is also gonna close at 50 more second. That's gonna give some room for even teams to just hold it out and waiting for them to wait for the next zone to come. But now team game over. Oh my god, that shot was not connecting at all. But yeah, I think SKYFORCE, if they could do a better job, I'm really sure that they could do something better for now on. But for the zone, let's go into the shooting range team. Must do an entry. But as you can see from here, Annie, you could see that the upper part of the zone is still kind of empty. Teams like a left and a rest, they could do an entry, but yeah, I guess they are doing it in their own responsive. Just rotating from now on, but yeah, I think they're playing in the gray area indeed. They're not really sure how can they do an entry, but for now on OPZ, they are really going for a bold game. First with PP and DOP bot bro getting it, really confirming it, and oh my god, getting that little bit of damage. One-on-one situation with a shotgun. He's not getting it up, but yeah, I think a backup from Aman has saved them from the death.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of squads coming in on a very small circle. Stage 4, in fact. And of course, DMD, unfortunately, they get eliminated off. And Aizen's in trouble. They're out in the to be in, especially with Decimate. Actually, they were here a while ago and they didn't move. And I'll get into the fire and Decimation. I mean, they were just staying here. It was a really good spot, and for some reason, people still walk in and like into their bullets. So that's going well for them. We're down to 11 teams, and of course, that circle is gonna close in on pretty. I mean, this landform is pretty. There's a lot of elevations and not a lot of buildings. So we're gonna expect perhaps grenades, lots of shooting, lots of bullets coming in, and of course, AKAZAYA Esports will be the first to position themselves within the circle, so they have that advantage of gatekeeping the circle. On the other hand, there's still so many teams to worry about, such as AKAZAYA. TMZ is still up in the running. OPZ so far are doing really well with 6 eliminations. SDMZ pretty decent teams as well. Taking down players from TM7 actually. There's 2 down on the red side of TM7 on the hands of SDMZ. Of course, AKAZAYA Esports, I believe they find another squad as well. So that happening. There's several engagements happening at the same time, but all the while it's SLB getting eliminated for now.
Yes, and I think we're now down to the last 10 teams with a lot of those grenades going in as well at the same time. And they do get a lot of those eliminations down as well. Nitro will be down, needing some backup. Maha, on the other hand, will also go down. Couple of sprays trying to get them down, but Agent 27 will get a great elimination. A hit and run per se. But Rifa, on the other hand, would also go down. Eddie at the same time, and this could look bad for VETM7, and it does as they go down, taking I think the 7th team to be eliminated, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there we have it. 9 teams remaining from this point forward, and I think we're heading on to a little bit more of that slow-paced action.
And this is it. Slow-paced action is finally coming off, but the other now on teams is gonna go into initiation. Like you can see, the zone is closing in nearly 25 seconds indeed. But oh my god, I'm seeing that nades coming into Team Sky will connect, and yeah, I think I'm just really not focusing on what's really happening for now on. But Obi-Wan evidently getting really nice vision to the front of his field. But now on, I guess Obi-Wan is clearly going to go nice. if you have the risk, I think you will have the advantage in the 8v1. Just now going up some smokes, I think it's really nice of him to give smokes right now. I think he's now hitting some back. He's gonna do some initiation lead for team. One of the teams available for it, but knocked down, and oh my god, XTR or FMSD and the Extreme, they're just gonna hold it up using his trigger spin, gonna reset, and I think Annie, they're gonna go through reset before the next zone close.
Yeah. Love easy right now, but of course GameOver is trying to stop that domination that's happening on the side of OPZ before GameOver is trying to happen. Of course, OPZ so far they're doing really well with 10 eliminations. AKAZAYA with 5, and of course SDMZ with 6. And with that, Pokety get some sprays in, and they hit several people on the side of GameOver Esports. And of course, some grenades, lots of smokes, but we're not seeing any confirmations yet. We're seeing 18 players on the ground. 8 teams. Oh my gosh, that just snap of a finger were 2 people going down on the side of Sky. Of course, AKAZAYA, they're out in the open. They're trying to hunt down the rest of these players that are still alive. And of course, one after the other, these squads fall. And that we're down to 6 teams and 14 players after remaining. So once again, for Sky, Toma and Anish go down. They need those revives. Pokety still alive, and they're the last man standing on their team. And yep, with Pokety going down by the hands of GameOver, that's one more team eliminated. And of course, without 4 teams, that's AKAZAYA, OPZ, SDMZ, and GameOver Esports. In terms of winning, there's a lot of chance. There's either AKAZAYA or GameOver. But Danny, shotgun in hand, AR in hand rather, gets 1 kill. Manu needs that revive, doing it right now. And Maha, they lost Maha early on, and so with that, it's AKAZAYA versus GameOver Esports in this open field.
And definitely with that in mind, AKAZAYA Esports, one member will go down, needing some backup. GameOver Esports as well, also needing some backup. And OPZ currently with their last member, just waiting for this one to eventually die down. And I think that's just gonna be it. The grenade pops out once again. Manu will get a kill on GameOver Esports, and we'll have to confirm that one. But for AKAZAYA, 2 members are currently up and running. Actually, make that one, as Maho69 could almost be eliminated. OPZ also hiding out, while GameOver Esports is currently alive with those 2 members remaining.
And yeah, this is it, guys. The last zone closing in 15 seconds. This is a do or die situation for Team LF Azakaya, for Team OPZ and GameOver. They might have the moment, they might have the momentum to just win the game and just get up from the bottom place of the classman. And this is it, Mahu getting it in with his DBS. One, can he take one lead? Can't take one lead, but OPC Sports, he is gonna change the plot of this game. Bot Bro giving some insane shots with his M4 indeed. He's gonna heal, he's gonna throw some nades, and I really bet that nades would connect. It's a really impressive utility play for now on, but oh my god, this is a dream come true if it's a winner chicken dinner for Team OPC. I know for now nothing is impossible, but oh my god, that nade is connect, but he must see his left side. But that's it, that's a winner chicken dinner indeed for GameOver Esports on our last match of day 1.
I love that. I love how GameOver basically said this is GameOver with their win. Winner chicken dinner coming in for GameOver. It took a while for them to bloom in this map. They had 0 eliminations, like more than the 20-minute mark, but in the end, all that mattered is that they bagged this 10 placement points for themselves. And of course, OPZ, they had a good run as well, and it's just unfortunate that they didn't finish off with the top 1 spot. And so with that, pretty good runs. We're looking at the team stats. Actually, it's just Kali with 1 elimination and Ryude with 1 elimination. But once again, wait, no. Titan has 6 eliminations. It looked like a 0 from here, but yeah, Titan has 6 eliminations with 1,266 damage, and I was like wondering how that would have happened with 0 eliminations. Yeah, Title is absolutely insane. I mean, getting 6 eliminations, that's like 1.5 squads getting wiped out by one person. And of course, this is the match summary with 60 eliminations and 64 knockouts, 8,180 total healings, 9 grenade eliminations, 41 assists, and 2 vehicle eliminations. So this was Erangel. It was a last map, and of course, this is the head-to-head OPZ versus Game Over Esports. OPZ getting 2,164 damage, and Game Over getting 1,895 damage. And eliminations, there are 4 more on the side of OPZ, and total points is actually equal between the two teams.
Yes, and there we have it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations again to Game Over Esports. Titan being the MVP for this match with 6 eliminations, 1,266 damage, 2 assists, and 6 knocks with 462 heal. Really shows him being a strong player at the same time being a team player as well. And yeah, there we have it. Our top players to be followed with Bogbe from Syndicate, Botbro from OPZ, Agent 27 from SDMZ, and Aman 24 from OPZ.
And yeah, I guess we're gonna go to the next one, and that is the match rankings. Indeed, this is at OPZ getting with the game, meeting total eliminations got by them, really leading it. But Game Over is on the second one, following up OPZ, but they got 18-2. It means this is a really huge challenge for some teams, because teams has been blooming, teams have been adapting, and yeah, LFZakaya coming in at the third place with 14 total points for SDMZ Esports there in 11 total points, Syndicate with 9, LF Skyforce with 8, FMSD and the Extreme with 8, Decimation with 4, La Familia Esports, V to STM7, CYANIDE Esports, Lon Esports with 1, and the rest, Lenions, and the rest, Club Leons, SDMZ, SDMZ, DND, they got 0. And guys, this is a really big of difference we could see. But AKAZAYA, in this day, on our first day of the Grand Finals, they are leading it really strong with 72 points on our first day on 6 match played by them. OPC following up with 63, SDMZ with 56, TM7 with 52, Sky with 41, Game Over with 36, CND with 33, Sin with 32, Extreme with 27, LHC with 25, Lons with 24, Leons with 23, LF with 21 points, DCM with 18, DND with 13, 6, and NRS at the 16th place with just 11 points available. This is a wake up call for Team NRS. I know you guys would do better for tomorrow, but yeah, this is it. All of the top players indeed. But as you can see, the threshold is just coming on 10 eliminations. But yeah, Manu getting 17. OPZ Watpro getting 13, Game Over Titan getting 11, Bugube getting 14, and Rifa getting 10 eliminations for today. And I think this the gameplay or the additions, the increase in elimination is just kind of slow. And this one, 17 elimination, is quite impressive from Manu. But as you can see, going to the second one, it's just 13 eliminations by a bot, bro. And I'm really hoping that for tomorrow, the first and the second position could just be they just could have a higher number of elimination. And this is it, Annie. This is the overall top players for day one.
Yeah, decent amount of eliminations coming in for our top players and pretty consistent as well. I mean, I believe Game Over Titans 6 eliminations came in from just this one match, and so that's quite impressive. And of course, taking a look at the overall rankings, of course the first few ranks are very volatile. We're seeing a lot of exchanging of places, but Agazaya managed to stay very consistent at number 1. And of course, that is our last and final match for tonight. That is Game Over getting that winner chicken dinner for our Erangel map. And of course, we have 2 more days left to go. So for those of you supporting your favorite teams, please like and subscribe Ooredoo Nation on YouTube. And of course, stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be having our day number 2. That will be match 7 towards match number 12. And of course, lots of fun as well in day number 3 later on. And for now, this will conclude our stream. And with that, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be seeing you in day number 2 tomorrow.
hamaladi furudila fadua gaga dana torun babakura fumada bakuda gadura muji yaru kamgudu bala fura kakabara tutaveni hakura mata kafaski cheheni rival survive puraveni diva ikko team king pureveni ngabadam kaku gaming kakature kaku bedi kakapa e hurveni fahumi haka kikkureveni dibuwani mi mage mahal mage raja mi mage matal